lowest price of the season sale, and they're kicking it off with a fully installed countertop for just $14.99 up to 40 square feet, or a $69.99 all-in kitchen, including countertops and cabinetry. Stop by an area showroom or make an appointment for a free in-home consultation. Visit colonialmarble.net today and tell them Cuz sent you.
It's Fanatic Fandemonium Week, and it's all coming to a head as the Birds face Kansas City in the ultimate football showdown. Join us Sunday for 97.5 The Fanatic's big game party starting at noon at Chickies and Pete's. Proud partner of the Philadelphia Eagles on the Boulevard. Pre-game and watch the game with the best fans in the country. For details, visit the events page on 975thefanatic.com. Presented by Corona. Live a Vida Mas Fina with ice-cold Corona Extra, Corona Light, or Corona Premier. Relax responsibly. Must be 21.
Are you ready for the biggest Sunday in sports? Well, I know you are, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 57, has all the Super Bowl action you need. New customers can bet just $5 and get $200 in free bets instantly. Plus, all customers can get in on the Super Bowl 57 excitement with DraftKings Happy Hour Super Boost. Yes, check the DraftKings Sportsbook app every day between 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to see what prop bet will be boosted on that day. All you have to do is download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FANATIC. New customers can bet $5 on Super Bowl 57 and get $200 in free bets instantly only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code FANATIC. Must be 21 or older. Pennsylvania only. Bonus issued as free bets. Opt-in required for odds boost. Bet type and amount limits vary. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Birds Big Game Plan is brought to you by Peruzzi Nissan. The big game plan for the big game. Go with what got you there. The Birds have arguably the best roster top to bottom, led by Jalen Hurts. Top-end offensive line, offensive playmakers, quality players at all three levels of the defense. The pass rush stands out maybe above all else as the Birds piled up 70 sacks during the regular season, third most in NFL history. The Birds Big Game Plan is presented by Peruzzi Nissan, where our business is you. WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Official home of the Sixers, Flyers, and the best Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic. It's time now for Cuz Radio.
What up, Cuz?
Deshaun Jackson gets a block. Are you kidding?
Talking with the Cuz.
Yo, Cuz, how you doing?
Stairs rips one into the night.
Stolen by the doctor. Yes, he's got it. Here he comes. Way rock the baby to sleep and slam dunk.
Look, Cuz, don't even try it, okay?
Now here's Anthony Gargano.
Why don't you get the hell out of here, Cuz?
And a good Tuesday morning, Philadelphia. I'm Andrew Salchunas alongside Jamie Lynch, day 2 of 4. Where we just kind of hold the chairs here until Anthony gets to Arizona. He's en route. Cousin Casey's big game adventure. They're driving to Arizona. I checked in with Anthony last night, and he had no idea where he was.
Springfield, Illinois, I think he said.
Maybe
they were driving through there this morning when we talked.
Yeah, this morning. I texted him. I was like, "Where are you right now?" He said, "Eaton, Indiana." So I said, "Okay, let me help you out as the friend that I am." And I looked up things to do in Eaton. And the only thing was a burger joint. Like, that was the only, like...
I could be down for a Midwestern burger joint.
But, like, it was TripAdvisor.com. And it said the 10 things to do. And there was only one. So, like, they didn't even have 9 other things to do in Eaton, Indiana. And then I asked him, I was like, all right, so how far are you from the destination? He said another 2 hours. Now, think about this.
What time was this?
Right around 7 o'clock at night.
Oof.
Now think about this. Yesterday was really fun for them. It was the send-off.
Yeah.
They did the check-ins every hour with us. They did the check-ins with the morning show here and at MMR. They checked in with the afternoon show, and then that was it. Then it was like business. Like the road trip was business.
Then the reality set in.
The next 5 hours.
Oh, crap.
And so now this morning they already made a pit stop. They stopped at Philadelphia, Illinois.
Yes, which I did not know was a thing.
They're going to go to Philadelphia, Missouri. So they actually have stops today, whereas yesterday it was like
just bang out some heavy driving. Yeah.
So today will be a little bit more, I think, back to being enjoyable. I'm sure it got late at some point last night where they were probably like, all right.
He reported to us this morning that he had a cheesesteak burrito at the Mexican place they went to last night.
Oh, is that right?
And he said it was quite good.
Okay.
So there's some high praise for the cheesesteak.
That's shocking because Anthony is someone that doesn't like cheesesteaks not being a cheesesteak.
Sure.
And B, junking up food.
Surprising order from him.
He's anti-junk.
Yeah.
Whereas me, like, I want it to look almost like vomit.
Let's slop it up.
Yeah. Like, I want weird colors.
Milk
happening.
steaks, sloppy steaks, do it all.
Exactly. That's what I want. So we will hear from Anthony. First time this hour will be 10:45 unless there's another station that they're on like there was yesterday. So if not 10:45, it'll be 11 o'clock, but then 45 of every hour, 11:45, 12:45, and 1:45. But we will continue doing the show as best as we can. And today I have a question. Yesterday we celebrated the 2022 Eagles, and we talked about how great the team was and how great it was built by Howie Roseman and how great it's been coached by Nick Sirianni, how great it's been led by the quarterback Jalen Hurts, who should have won MVP had he not missed 2 games. Unfortunately, I still think he should win MVP, but that award is kind of bogus at times.
And they would have been 16-1.
Yeah, exactly. But, the writers and the voters won't look at it that way. They'll just see statistics. And look, Patrick Mahomes is also deserving. But
you're going to be able to make the case for him every single year.
Right, exactly. Whereas Jalen Hurts, you take him off, they went 0-2.
Yeah.
You put them on, they're 16-1, including the playoffs right now.
I wonder if the Eagles actually get respect for their 16-1.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Well, just look at it that way. With Jalen Hurts, they're 16-1. They went 14-1 in the regular season. They've won 2 playoff games, but that's ignored. So yesterday we celebrated the team. Today, I have a question for you because I find it very interesting in a good way. Like I'm not complaining about this. You told me that you had a buddy of yours that didn't like how confident you were. Forget those people.
My own blood.
Yeah, which is crazy. But forget those people. Literally every day I hear a different tone. And I heard it Saturday doing the show with Pat. We heard it with callers yesterday. I've seen it on social media. I heard it with callers last week, the week leading up. You've been doing radio for a long time, Jamie.
Yeah.
And you get it. You know it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of a week, everyone's kind of nervous. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then game day.
Start to get a little nuts.
You get nuts, and you talk yourself Sunday into a 40-point win, right? Like, that's what we do. But, man, for the most part, since they beat the 49ers in the NFC Championship game, even before we knew who they would be taking on in the Super Bowl, there has been a wave of confidence that has come over Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And I love every second of it because I'm confident. You're confident. You feel great.
Yeah.
You said yesterday you love their chances, not like their chances. You love their chances. So it's crazy how much different it is now than 2017. Now, I think majority of people were confident in 2017, but there was a lot else going on. You had the Nick Foles magic. You had next man up mentality.
That was more magical. This team's more dominant.
Right. So
pre-Wentz or post-Wentz, more dominant.
More dominant, definitely.
Because they were steamrolling teams when Wentz was
they
playing.
were. But I could say that this team is also better than that team.
Oh, I think so, yeah.
At full strength, health. You look at this defense, it's better than that defense. But
you're saying, let's calm down here. James Bradbury and Darius Slay are better than Ronald Darby and Jalen Mills?
I know I know I'm going pretty far here, but
10:06 in the morning. Calm down.
I gotta slow down with these takes, man. I'm gonna be burnt out by 11.
Yeah. Woo.
But I want to ask you, does some of this confidence, not just because of how talented this team is, but is some of this confidence kind of because they won it before?
Yeah. Probably.
Like your own personal fandom, right?
Yeah.
Like going into 2017, as confident as we were still anxious because they still had not won one. And it was like, oh my God, if they don't win this one, who knows when they'll be back? It could be the end of the world. They've won one now.
Oh, I'd be a wreck. I would have no
course.
confidence this week if they hadn't gotten 2017 under their belt. Part of it is you now have guys that have been there and know what it takes, and Kelsey and Lane and Cox and Graham, like your foundational leaders of this team have been through it and know what to expect and can help guide some of these youngsters. The youngsters are going to be looking to them. Sirianni even mentioned it last night. He's like, not many first-time coaches walk into a locker room that have guys like Lane and Kelsey and BG and Cox that have been through this and know what it takes. I think it's a large part of why I feel so confident. But that offensive line, I think, is why I feel most confident. The defensive line and the secondary, and they're just a great team. And I trust the quarterback now to make the right decisions and protect the football. So there's a lot of elements to it, but 2017 definitely adds to my confidence.
Yeah, and I think, when you look at this team, you are more, and I kind of just touched on it, you're more confident in the overall talent of this team. Everybody was just kind of riding the high and the magic of 2017. Like, they've beat the doors off their opponents in the playoffs this year in the first 2 rounds. 69-14 has been the overall score.
Yeah.
So I go into this game like, damn, like this team is a machine. How are you going to stop them? Yeah, Patrick Mahomes might be a machine, but this entire Eagles roster is a machine right now. But I can't help but think, all right, 2017 does help me out a lot because, like you said, those players have been there before, and now us as fans have been there before. So I kind of know how to handle myself. Like 2017, it was a long 2 weeks leading up to the Super Bowl. A long 2 weeks. Whereas I can't believe it's already Tuesday, the week of the Super Bowl right now.
Yeah, last week kind of went, we talked about it yesterday, kind of went quicker for me than I realized. I think it's just because we knew to not check out, but kind of check out to a degree.
Yep.
Like, all right, don't get too nuts. Pace yourself. It's a long 2 weeks here. So
heck, some of the players checked out, right? Like there was the Wednesday practice. A lot of people were limited because it's smart.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do? You're going to have them put on the pads and do Oklahoma drills 2 Wednesdays before the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, Lane talked about what a difference it is for him to have a week off with his personal injury right
exactly.
now. Maddox is saying, he's feeling good. And, it's been a good thing.
So I want to ask the audience today at 610-632-0975, question 1 of 2 to start the show. How much has the last Super Bowl changed your, mentality as a sports fan going into this one? And I wonder, is it because they won, or is it almost because you look at this team and you go, wait, that team won 5 years ago? How can this team not win?
Yeah.
So that's question 1. How did the 2017 Super Bowl affect how you're feeling going into this one at 610-632-0975? The other question I have, and I did hear this earlier in the season, which was weird. I remember I read the tweet on air to Anthony, and there was a guy that randomly checked in, and it was during that weird stage where the Eagles barely beat the Texans and they barely beat the Colts, but they did win and they found ways to win, and it was kind of quiet.
I think Sirianni actually pointed at he was asked the question last night because I was a loser and watched it.
You are a loser.
Yeah.
I made it 7 seconds.
Yeah, I know. But he was asked the question, when did you realize that this team was Super Bowl level good? And I think he actually pointed to the Indy game, where he said it was one of those hard-fought games where we went down and basically our mettle was tested. And once we were able to kind of grind that win out and overcome that, he's like, that's when I kind of knew we had something that can win a game however needed.
So when look, I'm not going to say, me and Nick are on the same page, but that was a win. Those wins, I go,
that was a good win.
All right, they again were not exposed. They just didn't play a great game.
No.
And they still found a way to win.
And the Colts had beaten the Chiefs 2 or 3 weeks prior to that game. So, they were still very
and they were living the high of the Jeff Saturday thing because remember, that was his second game. They won the first one. So all of a sudden it was like, all right, maybe there's a little fire under the Colts team because of Jeff Saturday. But there was a guy that kind of checked in. He was like, the reason why it's a little bit more quiet is because we already got one. We already have one Super Bowl.
I mean, it changed me as a sports fan.
It didn't change me, man.
You're like Bob. Bob said it didn't change him at all. Me, Pat, and John all said, no, it changed me.
I'll say the biggest thing it changed for me is that I might not be as negative going into a game. Like, my confidence is higher going into games because I finally saw heaven.
Yeah.
When the Eagles
I saw
won
something I didn't think I was ever going to see.
So, all of a sudden, I'm like, all right, I can actually go into a game confident. You say the Sixers can't hurt you anymore. They do. They can still hurt me. But
I lied a little bit. They can still hurt me.
Still hurt you. But the Eagles can't hurt me right now. The Phillies making that magical run of the World Series last year, that helps me going into this next season. But I still find this Super Bowl, look, I'd be lying to you saying if I said it is as special. It's not as special. The first one is always the most special. But I'm not going into this pish posh, we've been here before.
No, because it elevates the Eagles to a new level in terms of the NFL respect meter.
Yes.
Still the Giants can go, oh, that's cute. You guys have one Super Bowl. The Cowboys, even though it's been 30 years, can still go, oh, yeah, okay, one Super Bowl. That's cute. Adorable. You guys are in the club.
By the way, we're going to talk about Jerry at some point.
Yeah,
today.
We got 5 of them. So getting to 2 kind of elevates this Jeffrey Lurie era into a different stratosphere.
Yeah.
So there is a lot on the line there. It makes you a more respectable modern day, I don't know, I don't want to say dynasty, but great franchise.
So to the D word, I still have not said it out in full, the D word. But if you win this one, I can see this team becoming one. And I don't include 2017.
It could.
I don't include 2017. I include this is year one of a potential D word because the way you're locked up, Jalen Hurts is going to get paid. Jeffrey Lurie basically said
he's nothing.
He's our quarterback.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to show
There's nothing
anything
else to prove.
We'll make it work. We'll figure out a contract. But A.J. Brown, first year of his deal. Jordan Mailata, just second year of extension.
Yeah, they
Dallas
got a lot of youth.
Like all these guys, a lot of your core players, and I know there's free agents after this season. We touched on it yesterday. We don't really want to dive into it because it's Super
I don't
Bowl
want to talk
week.
about the offseason yet.
But your core, like some of your best players, are here for not just like one more year, 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, Lane Johnson's probably got another 5 years in him at least. You know, Kelsey, I still think he's going to come back.
He's going to probably re-up 1 year deals until he's done.
BG will be back. So your foundational veteran pieces that you want to keep. Cornerbacks, one, they're going to have to get youthful at. But, yeah, I mean, with the potential is there. If Jalen Hurts can reciprocate what he did this year into the next 3 or 4 years, then there's no reason that he's not one of the upper echelon young quarterbacks in this league that can have you competing every single year.
So that's why, to me, when I look at this Super Bowl, no, it's not as special as 2017, but I'm not like saying this one, like it's not far off. Let me say that. Because this could be the beginning of something truly special that we have not seen since what? The Sixers in the 80s? And they still only won one.
And they weren't a dynasty.
Like the Phillies back-to-back World Series, but only won one.
Yeah, I've always said this. I've always just wanted a dynasty in Philadelphia.
Yeah, and this
seen
might
Boston at the turn of the century.
I am jealous of Boston.
Of course.
I want to be Boston. I know we hate Boston, but I would love to be Boston.
Yeah, now you look at the Bruins and they're, continuing on.
Dude, I'll say
the
this.
Celtics.
This is gross to say. I would love to be Tampa.
Yeah, they have more
Lightning,
titles.
The Bucks win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Rays are in
the World Series every other year with like a bare minimum talent.
Yeah.
I would like to be Tampa. That's gross to say.
I said for a long time, hire somebody from the Rays front office.
Yes, you have.
And sure enough, Dave Dombrowski went out and did it. It's like they're finally giving us what we want, and it's just quality hires. But yeah, I want a dynasty in Philadelphia in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Now that I've seen a Super Bowl and a Lombardi go down broad, now I want a dynasty.
And I know it's
want
a lot
greedy.
to ask.
I want to be greedy.
Please,
let me be greedy.
Let me be greedy. Let me be happy. 610-632-0975. So the first two questions. How much has 2017, the Super Bowl 2017-18 season, February 4th, 2018, how much has that impacted you in terms of your level of confidence going into this Super Bowl? I look at it as this team is better than that team. So I feel great that this team can win it again just 5 years later. But I also believe that there are a lot of people that go, all right, now that they finally got that monkey off their back, they can go out there and win another one. It's a little less stressful this time. The players know it. I remember having this conversation with Bob Cooney before, and it was a Beers with Bob. This is a bust-out conversation. The Twins have not beaten the Yankees in a playoff game in like 21 years, something like that. Like it was some weird stat. And Bob goes, well, that shouldn't affect the player now. Like they weren't around 5 years ago, 10 years ago. But what are the questions that you're getting in the locker room from members of the media? It's been 20 years since this happened.
Yeah.
It's been 10 years.
You're reminded of it.
Hey, you've
constantly.
been on this team the last 5 times you've played in the playoffs and you haven't won. Those members of the Eagles, 2017-18, media day was yesterday. How many of them were asked, hey, how would it feel if you were on the team that finally won it? So they heard it. It's on their mind. They can only ignore it as much as they can. So I'm sure
it's our job in the media to annoy them with it.
Exactly. So I'm sure having the 2017 championship Super Bowl has helped a lot of the players, whether they were here or not. So I want to ask that question. How much did 2017 affect how you're feeling going into this one? And also, is this one, where does it rank in terms of how special it is compared to the 2017 Super Bowl? The number to climb in, 610-632-0975. He's Jamie Lynch. I'm Andrew Salchunas. We're filling in for the Cuz because Anthony is on the road to Arizona. It's Cuz and Casey's Big Game Adventure. Casey Boy from WMMR. They also have Jackie Bam Bam in the car, which is awesome. They're road tripping to Arizona. Follow along at 97.5thefanatic.com and listen all week as the Cuz checks in live from the road. It'll be 10:45, hopefully the first one. It's presented by Hers. It's crunch time. Philly score bags of Hers. Philly favorite hometown snacks. PhillyGoat.com. Where your Philly pride. And Jamie, who else is it brought to us by?
The Bet Parks Casino and Sportsbook app. Odds, slots, bets, and games right in your pocket or the palm of your hand. Download it now at betparks.com.
Now, I'm not wearing Philly Goat today. I'm just wearing a Brian Dawkins jersey.
That's nice.
I've worn this jersey
Reebok.
each week leading up to a game during the playoff run. So I wore it still last week because I didn't want to get thrown off.
Yeah. No,
so
that's
I'm
good.
still rocking it. And I've worn Cunningham.
I have the
playoff
Randall for game
so
day.
far.
Yeah, me too. I ordered a Super Bowl hoodie the other day. I don't think I'm getting it before the game.
Okay.
And I really hope they win because if that arrives after a Super Bowl loss, I don't know if I can enjoy it.
Your thoughts on the Super Bowl gear?
The ones that were wearing last night, those gray like quilted hoodie, those are pretty sweet. But they're also $162 on Fanatics.
That's a lot.
So that's out.
But my what I'm asking is, so my dad got me a Phillies 2022 World Series shirt. It's so comfortable. I wore it to bed the other night. But I still can't help but I look in the mirror and I go, they lost that one.
Yeah, it's still fresh. I think in time you'll look back on it and go.
Like, I'd rather wear the NL Championship shirt because they were NL champions.
I have a 2009 World Series hat that I still haven't touched. It's
I kind of don't want to.
My 2008 one, I turned into my softball hat, so it got sweated up and gross, and it's disgusting. The 2009 one's my only fresh ones.
I think it depends on
wear it
the wording. Like, I have a 2011 Phillies MLB playoffs hat.
Yeah.
They made the playoffs. That is correct. But I wasn't going to wear the divisional round.
Yeah, no.
Or the wild card round.
But if you get like a Kelsey Super Bowl patch jersey, I think that's good for life.
The jersey, yes.
The shirts, it becomes different. Yeah.
Because if they end up losing,
you don't want to see it. Like, I'm nervous that if they lose, that I just wasted $82.
But they're not going to lose.
They're not going to because I need my hoodie.
They're not going to lose. 610-632-0975, the number to climb in. Got a lot in store for you. Like I said, Anthony will be checking in at the 45-minute mark of every hour. We'll speak to Jeff McLean as we do every single Tuesday today at 11:30. Adam Kaplan from Inside the Birds will be coming on at 12 live from Arizona. And we have a couple of bits of audio for you from the NFL Media Day yesterday. And also one former NFL quarterback, Super Bowl champion, by the way, has checked in about the state of the NFL. And I laughed. He's Jamie Lynch. I'm Andrew Salchunas. We're filling in for the Cuz right here, 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's finally here. It's big game week, and what a year for the Birds. So join me and get in on the action. The BetPark Sportsbook and Casino app has you and I covered for the big game. Plus, it's got a ton. Sixers Celtics tomorrow night, that's must-watch TV. College hoops is gearing up for the big tourney and so much more. You can get odds, bets, slots, and games all right in the palm of your hand. It's safe, secure, and easy to use. It's the official sports book for the real Philly sports fan and the only sports book and casino app that I recommend. Bet on more than just the score. Bet on player performances with live in-game betting. If you get a feel for the game and want to pounce look, if Kansas City gets the ball first and goes up and you still like the Birds, hop in then live. You can get some great odds for the rest of the game. So join me, and new users can get up to $750 in Sportsbook bonus back if your first bet isn't a winner. Download the app and start playing instantly with the BetParks Sportsbook and Casino app. Must be 21 and in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. See betparks.com for terms and conditions. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Another day closer to the Super Bowl. I'm Ray Dunn, and this update is brought to you by Primo Hoagies. Party with Primo this year because it's not just a game, it's the game. So don't settle for an average catering tray. Make it Primo. Order yours at Primo Hoagies. DraftKings.com. We're 5 days away from the Eagles and Chiefs facing off in Super Bowl 57. Yesterday, Jeffrey Lurie said that Jalen Hurts has, quote, nothing left to prove, end quote, in regards to earning a long-term contract during the owner's time speaking at the Super Bowl Media Day. We will have more from Arizona as Jeff McLean joins the show at 12:30 to talk about the matchup and everything he heard at Media Day last night. Elsewhere, the Flyers lost a game at home 2-1 to the Islanders in their first game back after the All-Star break. This update is also brought to you by AAA Car Care. Hurry into your neighborhood AAA Car Care Center and save up to $80 off select sets of 4 Cooper tires. Now, through February 14th only. See store for details. Keep it locked right here for the latest news and information. I'm Ray Dunn for 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Anthony Gargano Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. Today's show is being presented by Primo Hoagies. It's not just a game, it's the game. Make it Primo. 97.5 The Fanatic presents Cousin Casey's Big Game Adventure. John the Road Again.
John the Road Again? Cousin Casey's John the Road Again?
Cuz is road tripping his way to Arizona with WMMR's Casey Boy getting psyched for the big game. Follow along online at 975thefanatic.com and listen all week as Cuz checks in live from the road across America.
Hashtag it's a Philly thing, my friend. Cousin Casey's John the Road Again.
Cousin Casey's Big Game Adventure is sponsored by the BetParks Casino and Sportsbook app. Odds, slots, bets, and games right in your pocket. Download now at betparks.com. Hers. It's crunch time, Philly. Score bags of Hers, Philly's favorite hometown snack. And 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Go Birds!
Hey Philly, it's quarterback Jalen Hurts here. It's crunch time. Winner is right up in your face. What's the right play?
Go for 2, Jalen.
What?
Go for 2 with Window Nation.
Oh, right. It's Harley from Window Nation.
Yeah, Jalen. Right now, get 2 free windows for every 2 windows you buy and make no payments until 2025.
That's really going long without paying a cent.
It sure is.
But what if I want to go for 6?
Well, then you buy 6 and you get 6 free. There's no limit.
There's no limit to the money you'll save either. With Window Nation's energy-efficient windows.
Expertly installed by our trained professionals.
Just like you've done over 1 million times with 96% perfection.
That's what makes Window Nation the winning team.
So call Window Nation today at 866-90-NATION or visit online at windownation.com.
Buy 2 windows, get 2 windows free with no payments until 2025.
Go for 2 with Window Nation at 866-90-NATION or windownation.com.
Guys, fellas, men, are you ready? I mean, Roman ready for Valentine's Day? Some say it's the sexiest day of the year. Flowers, chocolates, candlelit dinners. That's all great. But I think we all want something a little more physical, too. Because a strong sex life can deepen your feelings of intimacy with your partner and lead to increased happiness. So if you're prepping for Valentine's Day, right now is the perfect time to check out Roman. Roman has genuine medication that helps you achieve and maintain a strong erection. Roman has discreet wipes that help you last 4 times longer in bed. Roman has testosterone testing and treatment. Treating low testosterone can help revive your sex drive. And better yet, with Roman, everything is online. There are no waiting rooms and no hassle. Roman sends everything right to your door with free shipping and in discreet packaging. So men, for better sex this Valentine's Day, go to ro.co/vday. Do it today and get 20% off. That's ro.co/vday.
Hi, it's me, Steven Singer. Yeah, the I Hate Steven Singer guy. Why do all the other jewelers in America hate me? Maybe it's because I have the best gift ever for Valentine's Day. Meet Periwinkle. It's my newest color of my famous 24-karat gold dip roses. That's right, it's a long-stem American Beauty rose, deeply and lavishly dipped in pure 24-karat gold. It lasts forever. Valentine's Day is here, and you're running out of time. Go now to IHateStevenSinger.com to get your Periwinkle before it's gone. It's the perfect shade of violet and the perfect shade of blue blended together, and it pops. So don't get flowers that die in a week and end up in the trash. Do better. Give the gift that lasts forever, my brand new Periwinkle 24-karat gold dip rose, exclusively at IHateStevenSinger.com with free personalized love note, free lifetime guarantee, fast and free shipping, in time for Valentine's Day. Order by Friday before 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Order exclusively and only at IHateStevenSinger.com.
Lowest prices in the game, hundreds of vehicles in stock. It's a Colonial thing. Hi, I'm John Aschow, the Car Czar from Colonial Hyundai. Here at Colonial, we're fired up about the Birds playoff run. To keep the momentum going, we're selling new cars at lowest prices that live up to the hype. Sonatas from just $25,990 and Elantras from only $19,990. Just like game day, you'll feel the rush of adrenaline when you walk into our lot and see our huge inventory. Colonial is your home team when it comes to great selection of Palisades, Tucsons, Konas, and more, with new vehicles arriving every day. Plus, we have home field advantage with the best financing in the business. So regardless of your credit score, everybody wins at Colonial Hyundai. Every new Hyundai comes with Hyundai Assurance and America's Best Warranty. 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain. Don't side with the away team. Get to Colonial Hyundai. Colonial Hyundai on Route 30 in Downingtown. Shop us 24/7 at colonialhyundai.com. Colonial Hyundai, the faster, easier, better way to buy a Hyundai.
See dealer for full details.
Hey, Birds fans. If your home business or shore property has been damaged by recent weather, you need to call Hillis Public Adjusters now. If you're struggling to get your insurance company to pay out on a claim, you need to call Hillis Public Adjusters now at 1-800-HILLIS-1. Hillis will get you the most money from your insurance company for your damages, and there is no fee unless you get paid. We are licensed in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and several other states. Call 1-800-HILLIS-1. That's 1-800-HILLIS-1.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Thinking about gas mileage? If your check engine light is on, it may be affecting your MPGs, but the free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help. With the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes, you'll know what's affecting your gas mileage and more, and you don't have to drive too far to find the fix. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service is available at all 6,200 stores.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
See details at AutoZone.com.
Hey, yo, Philly! Time to take down Big Red in the big game in Arizona. Love you, Andy, but there's only enough room for one top dog. If you want top dollar on your accident case, go with the winning team at Top Dog Law. That's TopDogLaw.com.
We all know Philly sports is big business, and we've got you covered every weekday with the Fanatic's Business of Sports reports that are powered by Pico for Business. For information on how your company can save with Pico's incentives, go to pico.com/business.
What's up, guys? It's Andrew. You looking for a place to watch the game this Sunday? Well, I have you covered. Actually, we as a station have you covered. You got to check out 97.5 The Fanatic's big game party presented by Corona. And it's a party, right? Not just the actual big game, but the whole day. Starting at noon at Chickies and Pete's, proud partner of the Philadelphia Eagles, on the Boulevard. So we'll be doing the show 12 to 3 from the Boulevard, and then our pregame show will be on from 3 to 6 here at the studio. But from noon to 3, check out the show live from Chickies and Pete's on the Boulevard. And then we have the official playoff watch party with me and Tyrone Johnson starting at 6 o'clock. And we're going to have tons of prizes to give away. We gave away Eagles tickets the last couple of weeks. At the last couple of playoff games, we have Eagles prize packs, all kinds of great stuff. And, of course, Corona beers will be flowing, and I'll be enjoying them with you. And when they win, we'll be popping bottles. If you want to reserve a table, just go to the chickiesandpete's.com and reserve your spot at the Boulevard location. For all the latest details, visit the events page on 97.5thefanatic.com. And if you plan to watch the game at home, you can always visit ordercorona.com and stock up on Corona Extra, Corona Light, and Corona Premier beers. Relax responsibly. Must be 21.
More of the Anthony Gargano Show now
on 97.5 The Fanatic.
10:30, 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm Andrew Salchunas alongside my man Jamie Lynch. 10 o'clock hour brought to you by Window Nation. Take advantage of Window Nation's 50% off sale on all style windows. Plus, make no down payment with no payments and no interest for 12 full months. Call 866-90Nation or visit windownation.com. I did just get confirmation. We will be speaking with Anthony at 10:45, but by himself, because they will be on the other station as well.
So was he stepping outside of the car? They're pulling over?
Well, they are at a location.
They're getting a little breakfast and some
No.
coffee?
They'll be at Philadelphia, Missouri.
So
they will be on location, Philadelphia, Missouri. So
but
he can
that's okay.
So it's not like they'll be, in the car together yelling and screaming.
I don't think I've ever been to Missouri. Never done St. Louis. Never. Actually, no, that's not true. In Kansas City, I think I traveled in once.
I've never been to KC or anything.
I've been to KC. It's cool. I mean, it's.
Did you get? Is it the chili out there?
I got the. Well,
is that the Sky Chili or
no? That's
chili.
That's Cincinnati. I had there's a ton of famous barbecue.
I don't go anywhere.
I guess I have been to Missouri if I've been to Kansas City.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So never mind. I retract my statement.
All right.
No, it's the barbecue
We'll
scene.
just ignore this entire first couple.
The case, I forget which place I went to. It's one of the famous ones. It was legit. I mean,
that's good. No, I'm sure it is. I'm not gonna. Who might have written Missouri?
Well, why do you hate Missouri?
I never said I did.
God.
Don't put that out there.
Yeah.
Damn it. By the way, real quick, before we get to the phones, and you can climb in at 610-632-0975. And again, we'll hear from Anthony at 1045.
You say, cuz.
I just saw a tweet that was liked by our friend John Barchard. And
is he out there with the rest of Philadelphia?
I believe he is. That's a good question.
Everybody appears to be out there.
But he liked a tweet from a 49ers fan named Kyrie. And he had the all-22, the aerial shot. The play that Brock Purdy got hurt on, here's the tweet. Brandon Ayuk cooked James Bradbury on that play, and that's where the ball was going. Easy touchdown, but hey, good game. Go crazy at the bowl. They're still delusional. They are still delusional.
Well, guess what? The play didn't happen because Hassan Reddick
Right.
blew it up. And you put a backup tight end on him that was basically a speed bump for
so why
Reddick.
are we ignoring? Like, why do you ignore that?
It's weirdo
get
behavior.
These fan bases. If the Chiefs beat the Eagles and demolish the Eagles, that's that. It sucks. Season's over. It was a fun ride. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, well, if this happened and this happened and this happened. No, I'd bitch about my team. I would complain about if there was a bad coaching decision.
Sure.
I would complain about if there was a bad play by somebody on the offense or the defense. I wouldn't start pointing out as to every reason why the other team had some sort of advantage.
Yeah, it's real weirdo behavior.
It's so weird.
I think it's Philadelphia related. I don't think people like losing to us as a city because we're arrogant. Now that we have one, we're cocky.
Yes.
We can smack talk with the best of them. People don't like us, and that's fine. But I wouldn't like losing to our fan base. We're probably insufferable.
No, you're right.
So I think people have a hard time.
Or they're jealous. They see how much fun we have when they win.
Maybe it's a combination of the two. But I don't think people like losing to Philadelphia.
Yeah,
That's the general
maybe that's
vibe
what it
I
is.
get, and I think it breaks people's brains a little bit.
I mean, how about you rip your coach, like you said, for having a backup tight end trying to
be a normal person
not even
and
chip, block Hassan Reddick.
Good luck.
Legitimately go one-on-one. That's stupid.
Yeah, go blame your DC or quarterback or find somebody to be the scapegoat.
Yeah, not just the other team.
Yeah, not the other team.
Anthony coming up in 10 minutes. Let's go to Heavy on the cell. Heavy, what's going on, man?
Yo, bro, we're good.
What's up?
Dude, Super Bowl week, I mean, this is pretty crazy.
It's unreal, isn't it?
It's only the third time in my life, Heavy, that I get to go through a week like this. It's special.
I got to be honest, man. When I was 23 years old, before we won the Super Bowl that year, I was seriously questioning whether or not I'd ever see one.
Oh, I accepted, Heavy, that I was
not alone. Yeah.
I accepted it. Around age 35, I said, I can't keep putting myself through this every week. I'm just going to accept that I'm never going to see a Super Bowl.
Dude, and when Wentz goes down, season over.
Yep.
You know, here we go again. They hate us, the sports gods.
After the Chip Kelly debacle, I accepted it too. I mean, I just thought this franchise is going nowhere, you know, and I just didn't think we'd ever.
You just thought we were one of the Bills or Bengals or one of these teams that can get close but can never get over the hump, and you know, it changed me.
But dude, when we won that Super Bowl, I think it really changed this city. I mean, dude, this is Philadelphia, bro. We're a top 5 market. We're the founding of this country. We should be in this position year after year. We got the best player in the NBA. We got the best player in Major League Baseball.
Damn right.
We got the best young team in the NFL. We got the best tandem wide receiver crew in the NFL. We got the best young coach, possibly the best, you know, young quarterback right now with Jalen Hurts. I mean, dude, this city is going places, and we got the management behind it with Howie Roseman. I mean, I could totally.
It's the center of the sports universe right now, Heavy.
Yeah, I mean, it should be.
And you know what? We freaking deserve it too. How about that? With all the issues that we have watched, and we appreciate the call, man. I mean, think about it. The process and the drama that surrounded that, but even before that, just 7-8 seeds, Iverson, they never built a real team around them. The Flyers are,
who?
Right, like in the playoffs one year, out the other, and except for that blip in 2010,
The Legion of Doom walking through that door.
yeah, exactly. It's been a long time. The Eagles, the amount of heartbreaking losses. Now the Eagles have been a very successful franchise since 2000.
Jeffrey Lurie's a great owner,
but heartbreaking losses that have added up. And then the Phillies, 10-year drought.
Ugh, that was hell.
Twice.
Yeah.
Because there was the drought leading up to 2007. That was 14 years.
Don't remind me.
And then, you win, and then you go downhill every single year in terms of where you've made it in the playoffs, losing the World Series, losing the NL Championship Series, losing the divisional round, and now you're out. Right now you're done, and then it's a 10-year layoff again.
God.
And with how many September collapses did we see?
At least 2, right?
So we deserve this. Like, I want you know what? Every once in a while, Jamie, you should wake up in the morning and you look in the mirror and you say, you belong here. All right?
I'm good enough. I'm
gonna go into my job today.
Gosh darn it, people
Yes.
like me.
What is that from?
SNL. It's
exactly.
Stuart
Okay,
Smalley.
you're right. Thank you. But like, we should look in the mirror with all our Philadelphia sports gear on and go, we freaking deserve this, man.
Yeah, we earned this.
We've gone through a lot of S.
Majority of my life was sports hell. It's good.
Right.
I'm like Andy Dufresne on the other side of the poop river. I'm basking in the fresh creek water, man.
10 football fields.
Yeah.
It's just,
and think about 2026. We're literally going to be the center of the sports universe because you're going to have all the All-Star games here. You're going to have the U.S. Open at Marion. You're going to have the World Cup coming through. And let's hope the Eagles become this dynasty team where they're still playing for Super Bowls. And Bryce Harper and Trey Turner are still hitting the covers off baseballs.
Yes, they are.
And Joel Embiid's getting his second ring. And, we really could be the center of the sports universe.
Now, this is the first time I've talked to you about this. We've had this conversation when we've done shows in the past. Remember at the beginning of the decade, I said that there would be 9 championship appearances. And I kind of got, people were behind it, but that was because
the Roaring 20s, back when we were talking about
and
that
so
stuff?
Anthony and I talked about it, and I said, 9 championship appearances. Wentz and Simmons were still in our good graces. They fell apart, and so
Ben Simmons is trending again on Twitter.
Of course he is. So my 9 championship appearance prediction looked like that was no shot in hell.
So you're at 2 right now?
3 with the
Oh, 3,
Union.
yeah. In the Union.
So I'm already at 3
right.
in just the beginning months of 2023. All of a sudden,
Phillies are going to be live again.
Yeah,
Sixers are certainly live.
And then the Flyers, hopefully by the end of the decade, in a couple of years.
Sure.
In a couple of years.
I mean, maybe they should actually just tank effectively and,
they
and go
probably
get one of
should
these
just do that.
franchise alterers like Connor McDavid, who's in town Thursday night.
Right, yeah.
You need guys like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. Johnny Gaudreau wanted to come here and he didn't do it. But hey, whatever.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, look, we deserve to be here, and it seems to be, look, I don't want to say the D word for the Birds just yet.
Potential.
But how about a Philadelphia dynasty? Can I say that out loud? I guess you have to win to be considered a dynasty.
It does feel dirty.
But we're all 3 championship appearances in a couple months.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Unfortunately, the first 2 started in losses.
Yeah, but
if you win this one, it makes up for it.
But that's also the beginning of the ride. Harper's not going anywhere. Trey Turner's not going anywhere. Kyle Schwarber's not going anywhere. Nick Castellanos hopefully comes back and is not going
I think
anywhere.
He's gonna have a big year.
Right. So this is kind of the beginning, and that's why I mentioned the Eagles have the chance of being that because of how the contracts are shaped up. And I know Aaron in West Philly feels the same way. What's up, Aaron?
I like to talk like this.
Damn right.
Last time I talked like this, Ann hung up on me. I was like, man, we could have a dynasty here, man. We could have a dynasty with you. Click. Don't talk like that yet. Click.
See, I'm just saying that I'm saying the D word, right? I don't want to say it all out yet, but I'm feeling where you're feeling.
But you got to believe it, though, Andrew. You got to believe it, man. If you don't believe it, it ain't gonna happen, man. We got to have some kind of in the city.
I do believe it.
We good. The Phillies are a great team. All the additions they made and what they're gonna do, the pitching and all that, and then the Eagles looks. Man, come on, man. I just want a dynasty in the city before the good Lord takes me home. You know what I'm saying? I just want a party.
Yeah, well, I think we will have a party. We'll have a party for, a couple of years. And it might not just be the Eagles. Like, it's going to be a party with all these teams. It's just the way it's shaping up. And look, even if the Phillies don't get to the World Series every single year, I'll take a couple of NLCS appearances. Like, that's the point of sports. You obviously, the end goal is to win, but I want to enjoy it as long as I possibly can. And I think these teams have the makeup to go on long runs every single year.
Okay, so I think the Phillies could be the Houston of the NL.
All right.
And I think the Eagles we can't say Patriots, but say the 90-something Cowboys back then. Just dominate for like 3 straight seasons.
Yeah, but then not have a 30-year layoff after that. Right? I don't want to be the Cowboys. I want to be the Eagles and then remain the Eagles.
The hope for that is that Julian Lurie has learned how to effectively be a great owner.
Yeah.
Because eventually it's going to be his franchise unless he decides to cash out and, go enjoy the billions of dollars.
I don't think he will.
No, I don't think he is either because he's learning the business.
Well, that's the thing. And he was really invested in football. Remember, they had him a part of the analytics department.
He did a stint at the league office where I think he worked for a year or something.
Yeah.
So he's learning the industry. So the guess is, but that's what you have to hope, is that he becomes the same type of owner that Jeffrey Lurie is, because Lurie took this franchise out of the darkness and into a pretty prosperous period.
Yeah, and I believe that it'll continue.
I mean, there's no reason to think it shouldn't. You keep Howie Roseman. He's done things that other GMs in this league haven't done. Like
Brent Musburger told us yesterday he's once again the best GM in the NFL.
There was something I saw earlier. All right, here it is. So he's not only the first executive to win 2-time Executive of the Year award. This was courtesy of Jeff Kerr of CBS. He's the first GM in NFL history to reach the Super Bowl with a different head coach and quarterback in a 5-year span ever.
That's impressive.
So you keep him. He's still fairly young enough. Julian takes over the team, and hopefully, this mini period of prosperity can grow into a long period.
And I think it will. I just don't want to say the word yet, but
no. I mean, it all hinges on Jalen Hurts. Once you start paying a quarterback, things change.
It hinges on Sunday. You win Sunday.
Sure,
that's
absolutely.
step one.
It's got to start.
You're
there.
not a dynasty if you don't have any Super Bowl wins.
No.
You win on Sunday. It's now the beginning of what could be. Let's go to Alfredo as we wait for Anthony. Alfredo, you're on the Fanatic.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, dude?
Hey, man. So,
Alfredo, you got a shout out last night from Slay. He said his favorite pasta on game day is Alfredo sauce and pesto mixed.
Ah.
Hey, that's what's up.
Sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, man. So yeah, man. So last summer, man, I get an email to go play flag football at the Link, right? Never expected it. Just popped up out of nowhere. I don't even know how I won the tickets. Anyway, I get there. So I ended up meeting Hurts, starstruck, big Eagles fan.
I remember, I forget if you called in, but I remember hearing the story that he played flag football with people.
Yeah, so I'm on the field anyway. We're joking around. So he's like, "How big of a fan are you?" So I whip my arm. I'm like, "Dude, look, I got a football Super Bowl tattoo. I got the Lombardi Trophy with the Eagles logo on it with the 52 Roman numeral sign or whatever." So he turns my arm to the side, and as he's looking at my arm, he was like, "Oh, you got some nice ink, but listen, leave some room on there." And he leans over real quietly. It was weird because my girl actually looked at him. She was like, "What did he say to you?" Because he said it so low. And he's like, "Leave some room. We're going to win a Super Bowl this year."
Oh, my God.
He said, "I want you to get that tatted, tweet it out, and we'll see what we can do." Dude, I went nuts. I was talking about it for like a week at my job. I mean, it was nuts.
And here's the thing. Look, I believe you. Listen, we hear a lot of stories sometimes on the air where I go, but I actually believe you because he's been pretty honest about this. Remember Devontae Smith?
I got pictures. I got pictures showing them the tattoo and everything. It was crazy. Like when they win this, man, I'm tweeting this tattoo to him to just show him to see if he gets it back. Oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy. The dude calling it, like the swag he had on the field that day. It was like insane. It's like he knew it right then and there. It's just crazy, man. We're winning this, boys. We're getting the Super Bowl.
And you're getting your other arm tatted up. Appreciate the call, man.
Maybe we'll invite him in studio. We'll steal Preston and Steve's tattoo guy or something, and maybe we'll get him inked up and have Jalen stop by. We'll invite him up.
That sounds good. We'll be speaking to Anthony, it looks like, at 11. Just saying. Yeah. We have a work in progress here.
Nothing surprises me in radio.
No. So we will make that work when Anthony comes on. By the way, speaking of next segment, when we do talk to Anthony, There's some stuff that I want to get to. We have audio to play. I have some quotes to read.
So you said you made it 7 minutes last night? On the media night?
Yeah, something like that.
Once they started going back to studio analysts talking about what the players were talking about, that's when I started to wane. But I did watch as much player interviews as I could.
Yeah, and look,
it's pretty dumb.
It is dumb. And then there's just the weird questions that
my wife looked at me at one point and goes, "What is going on?"
And they're like a half hour. They're on there for a long time.
She saw Jason Kelce wearing a huge Mexican sombrero saying "Viva la Mexico." Brandon Graham was asked to recite some kind of Bible saying, that Jesus commercial that plays on TV during the football games. Jesus apparently has marketing money. So Brandon Graham, and she just looked at me. She's like, "What is this?"
Yeah,
and I was like,
"It's not.
It's a waste of time."
Yeah, they should not be there. What I do I like that they went first.
Yeah, thank God. I wouldn't have stayed up for them going second.
No, not even me personally. I wouldn't want them to have stayed up.
Yeah.
I'm glad that.
Well, it's still early out there.
I know, but they got done.
Yeah.
And they had the rest of the night to just chill out, maybe go get dinner, something like that, have a team meeting, something like that, make fun of the questions that were asked after that. I'm glad that they went first. But we have some audio to play from Media Day. One of the strangest moments with Jalen Hurts yesterday, a video that went viral. I don't know if you saw this one.
I don't think I did.
There was an apology.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah,
that was cringeworthy.
That was cringeworthy. We'll play that. I'm glad that I was able to tell you about that tweet from the Niners fan at the beginning of this segment. Because remember, Brandon Ayuk was on a podcast and said that they exposed the Eagles and that they were the better team. Darius Slay was asked about that. So we have audio
He's
from
funny
Darius
as hell,
Slay.
man.
Yes,
Watching him was entertaining.
And there was a great story from Jimmy Kempski in the Philly Voice yesterday that I'll read some of the quotes.
Did it have stick figures?
It did not.
Okay.
But
that's usually some of his best work.
It is. But Jimmy spoke with a lot of members of the Eagles. This is before Media Day, so it wasn't like, he had to wait in between stupid questions to actually ask the questions. But he spoke to members of the Eagles about Nick Sirianni, specifically the passion that he shows on the sideline, because there's been a lot of crap that he's been getting from members of the media, from players like Julian Love. So there was a couple of great quotes in that story, one of which from C.J. Gardner-Johnson that I can't wait to read to you. And also, Trent Dilfer had something to say about the state of the NFL. And we will play that for you also after Anthony. I might play it for Anthony because I want to get his thoughts on it. The number to climb in for you to join is 610-632-0975. So we will speak to Anthony coming up next at 11 o'clock. All those quotes and the audio that I told you about. And we have a lot more in store for you today as Jamie and I fill in for Anthony as he's en route to Arizona. He will be doing Radio Row Friday, so you hear from him on Friday. By the way, this show is being presented by Primo Hoagies. It's not just a game, it's the game. Make it a Primo. Today, Jamie, we have two $50 Primo Hoagies gift cards to give away, which is huge leading up to the big game.
Yeah, that's big. I had a Primo Hoagie tray for the last Super Bowl.
Is that right?
I picked it up from the South Street location.
That's huge.
And it's always a big hit.
So we have two $50 Primo Hoagie gift cards to give away today. We'll probably just do that randomly at some point in the show. So make sure you're listening to get your delicious local flavor for Super Bowl Sunday. 610-632-0975. He's Jamie Lynch. I'm Andrew Salchunas. And we're filling for the Cuz right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Now, we all have our systems when we bet, right? I mean, Jamie and I, we always look for the deep line. We had Brent Musburger telling us about the last 8 teams to win the coin toss have lost the Super Bowl. That was a bet that he gave us yesterday. So from picking perfect upset to combing through injury reports the night before the game, there's a lot that we do. But there's one thing that every bettor should include in their system, and that is the responsible gaming tools available on FanDuel Sportsbook. These tools help keep your play in check and under control. Tools like time limits so you don't unknowingly spend more time on the app than you intended. Wager limits help you prevent you from betting more than you should. And you can even take a timeout, which pauses your account for as long as you may need. FanDuel, they want every bettor's experience to be about fun and entertainment. So visit FanDuel.com/playwell and make responsible gaming tools a part of your system. 21 plus and present in PA. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Super Bowl week continues. I'm Ray Dunn, and this update is brought to you by Primo Hoagies. Party with Primo this year. It's not just a game, it's the game. Don't settle for an average catering tray. Make it primo. Order yours at primohoagies.com. We are just 5 days away from the Eagles and Chiefs facing off in Super Bowl 57. Keep it locked with us right here as we check in with Anthony Gargano on his way to the big game, on his way out to Arizona at the top of the hour. Plus, Jeff McLean was at Media Night last night in Arizona, and he will check in with us to give us all the breakdown from what the Eagles had to say at 12:30. Elsewhere, the Flyers lost at home 2-1 to the Islanders last night in their first game back after the All-Star break. This update is also brought to you by Wawa. Wake up and smell the sizzly. 2 for $5. Great mornings start at Wawa. Keep it locked right here for the latest news and information. I'm Ray Dunn for 97.5 The Fanatic.
Anthony Gargano, weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hi, it's me, Steven Singer. Yeah, the I Hate Steven Singer guy. Why do all the other Georges in America hate me? Maybe it's because I have the best gift ever for Valentine's Day. Meet Periwinkle. It's my newest color of my famous 24-karat gold dip roses. That's right, it's a long-stem American Beauty rose, deeply and lavishly dipped in pure 24-karat gold. It lasts forever. Valentine's Day is here, and you're running out of time. Go now to IHateStevenSinger.com to get your Periwinkle before it's gone. It's the perfect shade of violet and the perfect shade of blue blended together, and it pops. So don't get flowers that die in a week and end up in the trash. Do better. Give the gift that lasts forever, my brand new Periwinkle 24-karat gold dip rose, exclusively at IHateStevenSinger.com with free personalized love note, free lifetime guarantee, fast and free shipping in time for Valentine's Day. Order by Friday before 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Order exclusively and only at IHateStevenSinger.com.
Bergey's Cadillac of Plymouth Meeting is now open. Bergey's has been a trusted name to buy and service a car since 1924, and now they're excited to continue the tradition of service at the new Bergey's Cadillac of Plymouth Meeting on Ridge Pike, right off the Blue Route. Bergey's Cadillac has the area's best selection of new and used Cadillacs with a transparent, friendly, and convenient buying experience. Start your Bergey's experience at BergeysCadillac.com. Bergey's Cadillac, now open in Plymouth Meeting. Bergey's, driven to serve.
It's Big Game Fandemonium Week with 97.5 The Fanatic. Find us about town as we hook up with Philly sports fans with big game gear to throw the best party ever. Birds gear, gift cards for Philly Pretzel Factory, party trays, and PJ Whalehan's famous wings. Fanatic t-shirts and more. Join the Fanatic crew Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. at Joe Canals in Lawrenceville and stock up for the big game party. For details, go to the events page on 97.5thefanatic.com.
If you run a small business, efficiency has never been more important. So for a limited time, Comcast Business is introducing small business savings. Call now to get powerful internet for just $39 a month for 12 months, with no annual contract and a money-back guarantee. All on the largest, fastest, reliable network for small businesses. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/28/23. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Restrictions apply. New business 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment taxes and other charges extra and subject to change. After promo, regular rates apply.
Hey, Philly, think you're pumped up for the big game? At Pumpman Philly, we're pumped up and down. Deep down in the bowels of the city's biggest facilities, that is, where we keep their wastewater systems ready for everything. From clogs to pump failures to flooding from major storms. The Birds are #1 on the gridiron, and Pumpman Philly's #1 in your building's wastewater system, especially when it comes to number 2s. Call 833-559-PUMP. PumpmanPhilly.com. Go Birds!
We got some big game breaking news for you. BetRivers Online Casino and Sportsbook has a $100 casino free play offer as big as the big game. Make a first-time deposit with the code PHILLYSPECIAL and bet on the big game, and you get a $100 free play if the Birds win, and you know they're gonna. You must be 21 or older and physically present in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Void where prohibited. Terms and conditions apply. You have Philadelphia as a 1.5-point favorite over Kansas City, and as MVP, you have co-favorites in both Hurts and Mahomes. You can go either way, but you know which side I'm going. So head to BetRivers.com or download the BetRivers app today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Pennsylvania, casino licensing through Rivers Casino Philadelphia. Sportsbook licensing issued through Rivers Casino Pittsburgh.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to forhims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation and discreet shipping if prescribed. You'll love your results. To start your free online visit, go to forhims.com/joy. That's FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Dancing crew, trip for two, nailed the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. New COVID-19 boosters designed for recent Omicron variants are now available. Learn about eligibility and schedule a free, updated booster today at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Save up to $80 on select sets of 4 Cooper tires at AAA Car Care Centers. Not a member? Not a problem. Everyone can save up to $80 on Cooper tires through February 14th. Only at AAA Car Care Centers. See store for details.
Hey, yo, Philly! Time to take down Big Red in the big game in Arizona. Love you, Andy, but there's only enough room for one top dog. If you want top dollar on your accident case, go with the winning team at Top Dog Law. That's topdoglaw.com.
Hey, it's Cuz from my good friends at Primo Hoagies. There's only one hoagie I'm taking on the road with me to Phoenix. Primos! You know that because it isn't just an A game, it's the game. So make it Primo no matter what you got planned for the big game. Don't settle for an average catering tray. Make it Primo. There's no bigger crowd pleaser than Primo Hoagies, made with only the highest quality Thuman meats and cheeses, sliced fresh to order, served on Primo's award-winning seated roll, baked fresh every day. Throw the best party on the block with Primo Hoagies, and while you're at it, grab the sampler platter, the cookies, the chips, soda, everything you need for celebrating. With over 80 locations, there's a Primo near you. Order your party trays in advance and online at PrimoHoagies.com. And remember what I just say, it's not just a hoagie, it's a Primo. Go Bird!
The road to victory is presented by Bergey's Cadillac.
The road to victory for the Birds is a familiar one. While Kansas City is returning to the big game after a one-year absence, the Birds are playing in their first since beating New England in 2017. This year's game will feature the youngest combined age between starting quarterbacks in history. Both signal callers are dealing with injuries and will benefit from the 2-week layoff before the final game.
The road to victory is presented by Bergey's Cadillac. Now open in Plymouth Meeting. WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Official home of the Sixers, Flyers, and the best Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic.
O'clock, 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm Andrew Saltunis alongside Jamie Lynch. We'll be having our first check-in, Jamie, with Ant.
From Philadelphia.
From Philadelphia, Missouri, as they are driving out to Arizona, Cousin Casey's big game adventure, when he answers his phone.
I just saw pictures of them at a Dunkin', I think, in Philadelphia.
Okay. Because they need the coffee, for sure.
Yeah, you got to get beamed up, as the Phillies call it.
For sure.
I'm beamed up every day.
By the way, we're also going to be joined today at 11:30 by Jeff McLean, and he just tweeted something out less than 2 minutes ago, an exclusive story.
Ooh.
Mrs. Kelsey, Donna Kelsey.
Yes.
Brought 2 Tupperware containers.
I watched this live, yeah.
Of chocolate chip cookies.
Homemade cookies.
That she made for Jason and Travis, and he has the photo. And there's a love note on both of them.
That's great.
One for Jason and one for Travis. They both say, "Love, Mom."
That's cool.
They both, the names are written on there twice, just to make sure one's Jason's and one's Travis's.
They're the more I've listened to the podcast and kind of followed Kelsey along this year, what a great family. Like, they're both down to earth, entertaining dudes. Jason was putting his mom on the spot during the most recent podcast, saying, all right, me and Travis are on a boat that's sinking out at the ocean, and you can only save one of us.
Oh,
Who
God,
is it, Mom? Who
terrible.
is it? He goes, remember, I've given you grandchildren. So you have to consider that when you have. I gave you 2 granddaughters, and a third's on the way. So are you going to choose me, who made you a grandparent,
or
are you going to choose Travis? And Travis was like, man, I got to start mating. And it was just like a funny back and forth. My sense was she was going to save Jason. I think
Okay.
he was laying the guilt on
Yeah,
him pretty
but
good
that's probably breaking her heart that they're even asking that question.
I know. She just said, I'm going to yell as loud as I can on every offensive possession. She said, I hope it's the highest scoring game in Super Bowl history because that means both offenses were doing
That's
well.
a good mom. And
Yeah.
She brought the cookies with her to Arizona. All right, so we're going to now head to the Comcast Business Hotline, and we're going to head to Philadelphia, Missouri, to check in with the Cuz. Brought to us by Hers. It's Crunch Time Philly. Score bags of Hers, Philly's favorite hometown snack. And who else, Jamie?
Of course, the lovely people over at the Bet Parks Casino and Sportsbook app. Odds, slots, bets, and games right in your pocket. Download it now at betparks.com.
Now, I texted Anthony last night to see how the trip was going, and he was in Eaton, Indiana, and I sent him what to do in Eaton, and there was one thing to do, and it was a burger joint, but they finished their trip to, they were in Champaign, Indiana, I believe it was. Anthony, what's up, man?
Yo, dude, listen, this is awesome, right? So we're, like you said, we are live. You're looking live at Philadelphia, Missouri.
Whoa, Nelly.
All right, so we get out of the car because there's a picture. There's the sign, right? So we want to take a picture of
Yes, send it to
Welcome
us,
Philadelphia, right? So we're there, and we're doing the whole thing and messing around. It's like maybe a half a mile long. So guy in the distance starts going, yo, right? You can't make this stuff up. He comes over. His name's Joe McGarity. He's from...
Wait, McGarity, like the car?
Joe McGarry.
Okay, McGarry.
From Royersford.
Oh, really?
My man goes from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to Philadelphia, Missouri. Hello, Joe. Hello, the guys.
Hello, how you doing today?
Hey, Joe, what's up?
I knew you guys were coming out here. My wife told me. So I have a beagle, and I tie him at different spots in my pasture because I can't let him roam. But I heard him barking, and I heard this racket. And I figured, oh, it's either high school kids or these guys from Philadelphia. Well, sure enough, it was the Eagles fan.
That is amazing.
He's an Eagles fan. Oh, we should go with Joe. Are you kidding me?
Wait. So can I please get a Eagles chant from Philadelphia, Missouri, with Joe, the Eagles fan from Philadelphia, who's now in Philadelphia?
Just follow him.
Yeah, we'll do it. You lead it.
Ready?
We'll all do
Ready?
it. Okay.
Eagles!
Wow.
From Philadelphia,
That's awesome,
Illinois.
man.
Yeah, my man Joe McGarry.
Once
from
again,
Royersford.
a small world, man. That's
I went to school. The school at Radnor High.
He went to Radnor High, graduated with Ed Herr.
No, I didn't graduate. He went to Oxford.
Oh, he went to Oxford, yeah.
He went to Oxford.
He was close to the Hearst family. So we gave some Hearst chips.
Oh, nice. Well, you're spreading the Philadelphia love.
Yeah, man, you got it. You got it.
I told him something interesting about Hers, too. Hers started to bring their chips out here about 10 years ago. I never saw them out here. I moved here in 93, and I never saw them out here until about 10 years ago, and now they're all different spots.
What made you come to Philadelphia, Missouri?
My wife is from here.
She's from Philadelphia.
She went out there to go to Mansfield and Westchester, and after she got out of school, we met and got married. We debated for 10 or 15 years to move out here for a variety of reasons. But anyway.
How big is this Philadelphia? How many people?
There's not, I don't know, it's 100 or 200.
100 or 200 people?
We went through the big city.
Yeah. We went through the big city, huh? I was looking for Kensington. I couldn't find it.
Kensington.
I was like, where's that at? Where's that?
K&A?
Yeah.
I have brothers that still live in Philadelphia. One lives in Eagle, or Coatesville.
Ah, look at that.
McGarry. And I have one in Pottstown, Forrest McGarry. I have a half-brother in Northeast Philadelphia, Alan Conrad.
Look at that.
So
it's a good sign.
This is the McGarry family history.
I love it, man. How about it? You're the man, Joey. You got any beers?
Sorry.
Just play with it. That's awesome. Brother, go Birds, man. Watch the game. Root of Santa, right? All right. We gave Joe football, Eagles football.
Oh, well, that's awesome. So how's today been? This is your second Philadelphia landing spot, right? I know this morning you were already in a different Philadelphia.
We were in Philadelphia, Illinois earlier, and believe it or not, it's smaller than Philadelphia, Missouri.
Is that right?
So Yeah. I mean, literally, it was. I mean, you could run it. Like the bro could actually run it.
I don't have very much longevity to me, so yeah, I might have a shot.
No, you can handle it. Yeah, me and you, we can both do it.
Now, Ant, can you say hi to someone for me?
Who's that?
Can you find Joe Cordell?
Oh yeah, Missouri.
He's in Missouri. He's licensed. He's not licensed in our state. We've already said, by the way, this is the Joe Cordell versus Michelle Ferreri Super Bowl, and we're Team Michelle.
Yeah, right. That's right. I like that a lot. So now we're en route to Kansas City.
Ooh, is barbecue in the plans?
I don't know. Here's what I want to do though. I want to spread I want to go. We're supposed to meet people at Union Station, which is their big. They're big. It's Center City thing. So it's a train station in Center City. So we're gonna go there, and we're gonna be we'll be polite, nice, spread brotherly love, wish them well.
You know what you should do? Call Howie and try to see what kind of trade you can make, like a cheesesteak for some ribs or some barbecue.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you talk to Howie first, he'll make sure that you get 80 things in return for the one cheesesteak.
Make sure you don't lose that.
Right.
Yeah, you'll get a draft pick.
Well, if it's a 2-day-old cheesesteak that's been in Anthony's bag
for fresh ribs,
yeah,
that's a great deal.
That's already a Howie special.
Yeah. Yes, and it's all under the cap. Look at that.
All right, so one football-related thing, Ant.
Yeah.
Did you see? I mean, you were in the car, so I'm sure you were on your phone a little bit. Did you see what Trent Dilfer had to say yesterday?
Yeah, he's out of his mind.
Thank you. We're gonna what the heck is this guy saying?
Crazy. Not impressed. First of all, he blew.
Right.
He sucked. All right, and that was 20 years ago. He's 25 years ago, and he sucked. He's out of his mind.
Yeah, he said he's not impressed with Brady or Rodgers. What are you talking? What is wrong with you? Some people should not be behind a microphone.
I know. It's ridiculous.
When people talk about Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, they always say, I mean, hell, Trent Dilfer won one.
Right, exactly.
No, his defense won one.
Yeah, exactly. The 30 for 30 on that just came out.
I have a little interesting nugget that I'm going to pass when the next time we speak.
Ooh,
dude, a tease.
Yeah.
That's what we call a tease on the radio.
I had a good little. It's a fun nugget, a juicy nugget,
crispy nugget. I like them crispy,
and it has something to do. Yes, and it has something to do with Sunday's game, with the game,
dude. Well, 11:45. Yeah. That's the lead. Yeah. That's the first thing you're hitting with us. All right.
Yeah. And they came from a text message that I received.
Ooh.
All right.
We're looking forward to this. Well, you guys continue to drive safely and enjoy Philadelphia, Missouri.
I'm not licensed in your state.
Well, tell Joe I said hi, okay?
We will. Casey boy, we got to say.
Yeah, nothing. We got to go get a picture with Joe in front of the Philadelphia sign and then off the Arrowhead.
All right. Nice. Sounds good. Enjoy it. Drive safely. We'll talk to you in 30 minutes.
All right, brothers.
All right. See you
later.
There they are. Cuz and Casey's big game adventure.
Casey's a fun dude. If I had to be stuck in a tiny car,
it's Casey.
Casey's up there amongst Beasley members I'd select.
Yeah.
He'd keep the attitude steady.
And then Jackie Bamham's got tons of radio stories. He's met so many rock and roll legends.
Yeah.
So that's a ton of stories that you'd love to hear. All right, so we just talked about Trent Dilfer. We'll get to the Eagles audio in a second, but
I need to hear the exact wording of what he said.
So Trent Dilfer, I guess this is some sort of media day thing at the Super Bowl. You know how Jaws has the cigar party?
Yeah.
It's him, Mike Ditka, and Brian Urlacher's now the newest member of that. Yeah,
member
with the fake hair. And they got the cigar party. So there's all kinds of stuff that go on the week leading up to the Super Bowl. And
by the way, if you're Urlacher, you look pretty badass as a bald-headed dude.
I agree. There's some guys that you look better. Like Jason Witten did not need the lettuce. Stick with the baldness. All right,
you look fine.
Bald is beautiful.
Yeah, damn right. Welcome into the community, boys.
So Trent Dilfer did some sort of sit down somewhere, and there was other members of the platform. When
I wonder if it was 30 for 30 related, because that just came out on Sunday.
Yeah.
The what do they call it? The Beasts of the Beltway or something like that?
Something like that.
I do want to watch that because that defense something absurd they held. They only allowed like 170 points all season.
Yeah, I mean, them and the 85 Bears are the two teams that are always talked about.
So I do have interest in watching that one.
So here's Trent Dilfer talking about the current state of quarterbacks in the NFL.
Modern day game does not impress me. It's super easy when you don't get hit as a quarterback and when you can't reroute receivers and when you can't hit guys across the middle. I love Tom Brady. I love these guys. It's not impressive. What's impressive is what they did.
And he also mentioned Aaron Rodgers, by the way. So,
did he by chance watch the AFC Championship game last year? I mean, honestly, that I've been on a lot of NFL sidelines, worked a lot of NFL games. That was hands down one of the most entertaining football games I've ever seen in my life, and that's because you had Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen having this absurd quarterback duel where you thought anytime they touched the ball they were going to score because they're that good. What? You're not impressed?
And here's the deal. Look, one of the things he said that I will agree with is, look, you can't touch the quarterback.
No, you can't. And you can't reroute receivers with the physicality, all that stuff's true.
He's
but
right.
That doesn't mean it's not impressive.
But also, how many times do we have to hear guys are bigger, faster, and stronger now?
Yeah.
Like, Aaron Donald is just as fast as like a linebacker, if not faster, and he's at the nose. Right? Like, imagine Aaron Donald staring you in the eyes, and he's right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And he's going to get to you. And he's not disguising anything. He is just going to use brute strength and brute force to get to you, and odds are he will. TJ Watt is going to get to you. JJ Watt
Myles
before he
Garrett.
retired.
I mean, these guys are freaks.
These guys are freaks. And, yeah, you know what? There's a chance that it's a 15-yard penalty, but you have 4 seconds to throw the ball, that's starting to drop.
Yeah, it's like 3 seconds. I mean, Joe Burrow was the best in the NFL this year. I think he was 2.7 seconds.
Right. And here's the other reason why. Offensive lines, because offense is so necessary, there are teams that will draft a Jamar Chase over a left tackle when you also and look, Chase and Burrow are great, but Joe Burrow's offensive line is still awful.
It's trash.
Because you're so focused on drafting
the Chiefs,
offensive talent.
The Chiefs lost the Super Bowl because their offensive line was horrible. It didn't matter that they had Tyreek Hill. If you can't protect the quarterback, you're not going to win the game.
Now, I get it. Every era is going to be different. And it's great. We had Brent Musburger on yesterday who
All
said,
right, boys, that's it for me. See you later.
That was great. But he said, look, I will never compare eras. Like, it's just if you were the best in your era, because that's how it was. So, yeah. It was a little bit different. Defenses were different. Big hits were celebrated. Remember, you got jacked up was an ESPN segment. Yeah. That's gone. You're not allowed to do that anymore because of what we know more about health and concussions and all that kind of stuff. But don't give me like, I'm not that impressed. Like, so you're telling me Aaron Rodgers, it's like the LeBron couldn't play back in the 80s. Yes, he could.
Yes, he could.
And he'd make a fool of a lot of people. Are you telling me that Aaron Rodgers could not have played in the 90s?
John Morant couldn't have hung with Bob Cousy.
Right.
They would have been hand-checking him. Yeah, John Morant would have also blown by Bob Cousy in the blink of an eye.
Right. So don't, I hate that narrative of when, this guy can't play in this era, this guy can't play in that era. Or if anything, sometimes it's the other way around.
It's the guys back then probably can't play in today's era.
And not everyone.
So there's some.
But, there's guys that they moved with, cement feet.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about, look, prime example, a guy that did play in this era and was a dinosaur was Jahlil Okafor, who, by the way, is with the Blue Coats now.
With the Delaware Blue Coats.
He would have been perfect in the 90s.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when you look at guys like Donyell Marshall and Vin Baker, who weren't they were kind of ahead of their times in that they were stretch fours that could shoot,
they could
and they were
bomb
big
away.
men.
Yeah.
But the league kind of looked at them like, oh, man, why are you a 6'11" guy that can step out and shoot threes? Right. If they were playing in today's league, they'd probably be all-stars every year. You know what I mean? But back then it was you're doing something that's not normal for the league. This is weird, and this
is taboo.
Ostrate you for doing it. The generational thing is real, but most of it is the other way, where the older generation couldn't play with today's generation, not today. Guess what? If you put TJ Watt and Aaron Donald in 1960 NFL action, they're going to dominate.
Yeah.
I don't know if those guys from the 60s would dominate in today's game.
Yeah, I don't know
usually the opposite.
If
Sorry, Trent.
240-pound center in 1960 was going to stop Aaron Donald. Like,
Yeah.
but
Could Joel Embiid D up Wilt Chamberlain? Yeah, probably.
But I know there
Wilt's probably
are
one that can transcend and play in today's game and be
Yes.
fine. But the point is the majority of people cannot do that.
Right.
So shut up, Trent.
Well, Trent is not alone. I know people agree with him, including Ben in Orlando. Ben, what's going on, man?
Hey, how you guys doing, man? Thanks for having me on.
Oh, thanks for calling, dude. I appreciate it.
First of all, 24/7. Love you guys to death. I got my kids down here in Orlando, and all my friends listen to you guys.
That's awesome. Thanks, man.
Well, now you're going to hate me.
Yeah, now you're going to take our knees out.
Come on, man.
There's the compliment. Now take us out. All right, what do you got?
Here we go. Bookends, right? No, for years I've said what Trent said. I don't know if you guys have ever put sticky gloves on like these guys have, but it'll make you feel like you could have been any guy that could have been in the NFL. I agree. I'll try to make my point quick. These quarterbacks have absolutely nowhere close to the fear that those quarterbacks of yesteryear had of these Mack trucks hitting them. I mean, can they get hit? Yeah, and if they do, you barely touch their head. Anyway, you get the point on these.
No, it's definitely more favorable for them.
Right,
Yes.
I agree that you can't go below the knee, right, and or below the belt really in general because of leg injuries and all that kind of stuff. I get it, but you also don't see defensive ends slow up. Like they're still trying to finish the play, and a lot of these defensive ends are bigger, faster, and stronger than before.
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. I think that your point is more applicable, in my opinion, to the world of basketball, like Dr. J versus Michael Jordan versus LeBron. I don't think basketball has changed that much over the decades. I think football is I love the football. I love the speed of the game. I love the high level of scores. We're breaking records at record rates because of all the rules. The players themselves have said, Brian Westbrook said it about himself 20 years ago. He says, we need to protect the product on the field. And he was talking about himself. They fought for this. It's not a ding, in my opinion. I don't like the way Trent Dilfer.
But why did he bring Brady up? A guy that transcended kind of the change in football.
Like Trent Dilfer is looking himself in the mirror and going, Brady couldn't have done what I did.
Yeah, I took hits.
By the way, Brady did play back then.
Brady tore his ACL when you could hit quarterbacks low. Like, it was a weird example to use the greatest all-time quarterback.
Do you want to say Daniel Jones?
Yeah, sure.
But you can't go Brady and Rodgers.
Not when you're Trent Dilfer.
I couldn't agree more. Dilfer is in the same zip code as Brady from a generational standpoint. I'm more so thinking, I don't know, what do you guys think? Maybe a Joe Montana on back? Like, I think that those are the guys who had to play, like, their receivers didn't have sticky gloves. If you hit Brady or Dilfer or any of these guys in the last 20, 30 years, they're looking right at their referee, looking for, jail, prison sentences, right?
But when you watch the arm talent of these guys, that's just something that would transcend any rules of the league, right? Like Patrick Mahomes, if you put him in the 80s against LT, he's going to be able to evade him probably better than a lot of guys would have been. And then he can throw the ball from any angle. Like guys back then weren't throwing the ball, leaning over sideways from their hip as they're falling down. So like the arm talent is more talented.
And by the way,
days.
Trent Dilfer being the one talking here, 113 touchdown passes to 129 picks. Like, dude, you weren't actually a good quarterback.
You said Tom Brady doesn't impress you.
Come on, man. Where are you coming from? And Ben, we appreciate the call.
Yeah, thanks, Ben.
He won a Super Bowl.
Brady, he said.
That's
of all the
so
names
stupid.
to pick out, what are you doing? You're embarrassing yourself.
Like that is
come on.
Let's see. So
Tom Brady doesn't impress me. Yeah, seriously.
All right. So Tom Brady played 335 games.
He's probably at least a 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, if not like a 2.5 to 3 touchdown to interception ratio.
649 touchdown passes to 212 picks.
Yeah, almost 3-to-1.
335 games. Trent Dilfer, 130 games.
Oh, he didn't impress
205 games less through 129 picks. Who the hell are you?
What a loser. Exactly. With all your rings and your championships and your accolades. Yeah. You don't impress me.
And your Instagram photo that you posted.
Yeah, what was that yesterday?
I don't know.
That was pretty.
It
was a bet.
My wife asked me why, and I was just like,
apparently he ripped Gronk and somebody else for doing some kind of
Will Compton.
Yeah, for some kind of shirtless ad, and he said
but the way Christy asked it too, I was kind of like,
if I looked like Brady, I'd be doing shirtless pics too. I'm not gonna lie.
He's going through it.
Yeah,
He's lost his mind.
Have you seen his new girlfriend?
He's thirst trapping, dude. No,
he
but he's
is
still
not going through it.
No, but he's still
No,
thirst
he's still
trapping.
going through it.
He's still thirst
He's doing okay.
All right,
he's doing all right, but he's
follow
still
her
struggling.
on Instagram, Ray.
Yeah, he's doing just fine.
No, I've seen. I'm aware.
610-632-0975 is the number to join us. So we did not get to the media day audio that I want to get to. We're speaking to Jeff McLean next at 11:30. Anthony will check back in at 11:45. So I promise at noon we will get to some of that clip. No, actually afternoon, because we got Adam Kaplan. We got a lot in store for you today, but we promise we'll play you some of these clips, especially the very, very awkward moment with Jalen Hurts yesterday. And this isn't because of Jalen. This is because of the very weird, not even question, but statement by the reporter. Can't wait to play that for you guys so you can also cringe, because I don't want to be alone. 610-632-0975. By the way, do you know what's 1 week from today? No, not the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is a couple of days from now. Valentine's Day. Ray, you're in a relationship. Jamie's married. I'm married. We're doing this for a living, sports talk, so we're so focused on the Super Bowl and the Eagles and all this kind of stuff that every time I do this read, I go, holy I didn't curse. Only 7 days till Valentine's Day. Well, I know where I got to go. And that, of course, is Family Company Jewelers in Marlton, New Jersey. That's where I'm going to get a gift pretty much every single year, because they have an amazing selection of gifts at every price point. So you are guaranteed to walk out with something that's going to make you look like an all-star this year. Diamond stud earrings, a pendant necklace. You can even have them personalize something for you, which I suggest. It's actually something that I did last year for Mother's Day. It was beautiful. We worked on a necklace that had Cooper's name in it. We also had the birthstone in there, and Christy wears it all the time. She looks at it all the time. She loves it. They do such great work. Angela and the team at Family Company Jewelers, they've just been with me every step of the way, and they've got me out of a lot of sticky situations. So visit their showroom on Route 70, Marlton, New Jersey, and make sure you tell them that I sent you, and they're going to take great care of you. And if you can't make it to their store, you can always shop online at FamilyJewelers.com. That's Family Company Jewelers, South Jersey's Diamond Destination.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Another day closer to the Super Bowl. I'm Ray Dunn, and this update is brought to you by Primo Hoagies. Party with Primo this year, because it's not just a game, it's the game. So don't settle for an average catering tray. Make it Primo. Order yours at PrimoHoagies.com. We're 5 days away from the Eagles and Chiefs facing off in Super Bowl 57. Yesterday, Jeffrey Lurie said that Jalen Hurts has, quote, nothing left to prove, end quote, in regards to earning a long-term contract to remain the Eagles quarterback, and he said this during the Super Bowl's media day. Jeff McLean was there in Arizona. He joins the show next to break down what else he heard from the Eagles down there in Arizona. Elsewhere, the Flyers lost the game at home last night 2-1 to the Islanders in their first game back after the All-Star break. This update is also brought to you by Delaware Valley BMW Centers. Now through February 20th during the BMW President's Day sales event, lease a 2023 BMW 530iX drive sedan for $659 per month. Visit BMWCenters.com today. Keep it locked right here for the latest news and information. I'm Ray Dunn for 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Cuz, Anthony Gargano. Weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic. Today's show is being presented by Primo Hoagies. It's not just a game, it's the game. Make it Primo. The Birds are heading to the big game, and the John Kincaid Show will be live from Glendale, Arizona, starting this Wednesday, bringing you everything Birds as the journey toward another Lombardi Trophy continues. All of our big game coverage from Arizona is presented by Rally House. Get to Rally House to get all your Eagles gear for the big game. Rally House. It's your city, it's your house.
Also brought to you by Bergey's Chevrolet, now with 2 locations in Plymouth Meeting and Colmar.
We got some big game breaking news for you. BetRivers Online Casino and Sportsbook has a $100 casino free play offer as big as the big game. Make a first-time deposit with the code Philly Special and bet on the big game, and you get a $100 free play if the Birds win, and you know they're gonna. You must be 21 or older and physically present in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Void where prohibited. Terms and conditions apply. You have Philadelphia's 1.5-point favorite over Kansas City, and as MVP, you have co-favorites in both Hurts and Mahomes. You can go either way, but you know which side I'm going. So head to BetRivers.com or download the BetRivers app today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Pennsylvania, casino licensing through Rivers Casino Philadelphia. Sportsbook licensing issued through Rivers Casino Pittsburgh.
Right now, Wawa is serving up any 2 Sizzlies for just $5 every day until 11 a.m. Bask in the warmth of breakfast with a delicious sausage, egg, and cheese croissant. And try the new bacon burrito. Or get 2 egg bites with a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel without breaking the bank. Wake up and smell the Sizzlies. 2 for $5. It's a deal worth waking up for. Great morning start at Wawa.
Hey, honey, guess what I got?
Oh, is that lunch I'm smelling?
Warmer.
Did you go to Wawa?
Warmer.
Wait, is it a hoagie?
Warmer.
Is it a meatball hot hoagie from Wawa?
On fire.
Yes! You know I love those. Do you know why hot hoagie season is my favorite?
It's warmer.
Exactly.
Warm up your winter with hot hoagies. Gotta have a Wawa.
Lowest prices in the game, hundreds of vehicles in stock. It's a Colonial thing. Hi, I'm John Asher, the Cars Are from Colonial Hyundai. Here at Colonial, we're fired up about the Birds playoff run. To keep the momentum going, we're selling new cars at lowest prices that live up to the hype. Sonatas from just $25,990 and Elantras from only $19,990. Just like game day, you'll feel the rush of adrenaline when you walk into our lot and see our huge inventory. Colonial is your home team when it comes to great selection of Palisades, Tucsons, Konas, and more, with new vehicles arriving every day. Plus, we have home field advantage with the best financing in the business. So regardless of your credit score, everybody wins at Colonial Hyundai. Every new Hyundai comes with Hyundai Assurance and America's Best Warranty. 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain. Don't side with the away team. Get to Colonial Hyundai. Colonial Hyundai on Route 30 in Downingtown. Shop us 24/7 at colonialhyundai.com. Colonial Hyundai, the faster, easier, better way to buy a Hyundai.
See dealer for full details.
Hey, it's Jen Scordo. The only app you need at your Super Bowl party is FanDuel in partnership with Valley Forge, America's #1 sportsbook. Download FanDuel now and use promo code SCORDO so you can bet Super Bowl 57 with a no-sweat first bet. You'll get up to $3,000 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. FanDuel lets you bet on everything from the money line to point spreads. It's all about our own Philadelphia team for that big game. Our own team is favored right now. How about a Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown? You know that's happening. And maybe Miles Sanders or A.J. Brown to score first. It's all on a top-rated sportsbook app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. Best of all, you get paid your winnings instantly. Join FanDuel today with promo code SCORDO, which is my last name, to claim your no-sweat first bet on Super Bowl 57. And make every moment more with FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
21 plus and present in PA. First online real money wager only. $10 deposit required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. You're driving along and some nimrod cuts you off. You hit the horn. Jeez, it sounds like a goose in distress. Time to head over to eBay Motors. They have horns for every make and model, not to mention horn pads, steering wheels, wiring, and more. 122 million parts. You can even go for an upgrade. Looks like Mr. Cutoff Man needs a new seat cover. Try eBay Motors, pal. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation and discreet shipping if prescribed. You'll love your results. To start your free online visit, go to 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHIMS.com/JOY.
We all know Philly sports is big business, and we've got you covered every weekday with the Fanatic's Business of Sports reports that are powered by Pico for Business. For information on how your company can save with Pico's incentives, go to pico.com/business.
Hey, yo, Philly! Time to take down Big Red in the big game in Arizona. Love you, Andy, but there's only enough room for one top dog. If you want top dollar on your accident case, go with the winning team at Top Dog Law. That's topdoglaw.com.
Hey, it's Cuz. Listen up. We're in football heaven right now. Our team playing for the right to win it all this weekend. And what would be perfect for the game? That's right, the cheesesteak or the buffalo chicken egg rolls from my boys at the Gourmet Egg Roll Company. What could be better for the game than an ice cold beverage and the local Philly flavor. You've been hearing me talk about these beauties for the past year. Guess what? Now you get them delivered to your door. Just go to geteggrolls.com, geteggrolls.com, click on the order online homepage, and soon you will be in flavor heaven as well as football heaven. They're the perfect pregame, during the game, post-game snack. Fits in the palm of your hand, created right here in Philadelphia. They have a variety of premium restaurant quality egg rolls like the classic cheesesteak egg roll made with real Philly-style steak, melted American cheese, or the buffalo chicken. Just go to geteggrolls.com and get big Philly flavor and great taste rolled into one.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey. The Birds are in the big game, and 97.5 The Fanatic will take you inside the sights and sounds of Arizona all week. Listen this week for exclusive reports from inside the Birds host Adam Kaplan and Jeff Mosher. Presented by PhillyRefunds.com. Business owners, claim your payroll tax refunds up to $26,000 per employee. Go to PhillyRefunds.com and 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. More of the Anthony Gargano Show now
on 97.5 The Fanatic.
11:30, 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm Andrew Salchunas alongside Jamie Lynch. We're in for the Cuz, who is en route to Arizona. We just spoke to him from Philadelphia, Missouri, where he somehow ran into somebody from the Philadelphia area. It's just ridiculous how, A, he finds everyone.
Well, they find him.
They do find him.
You hear Anthony coming.
But did you hear the story? The guy's beagle was barking at him because they were at the Welcome To sign. And so he then found out that it was Anthony in Philadelphia, Missouri. The guy was from Royersford originally. 11 o'clock hour brought to us by Golden Nugget Jewelers, where Philly gets engaged. Another man that I don't know if he's there yet. We'll talk to him about it, or if he's going to be flying out soon.
I'm sure with media night he was there.
Oh, yeah, so he was definitely there. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, I already said he took the pictures of the cookies.
Yeah, he's got the cookie pictures.
That's Jeff McLean on the Comcast Business Hotline. Jeff, great job with the exclusive story on the cookies this morning.
Cookie
Can we confirm that they are chocolate chip?
They are chocolate chip cookies, correct.
And my next question, who had more? Do we know, or was it an equal amount?
Yeah.
Equal number of cookies. If you look at the writing on the top of it, Mom didn't do anything different for Jason that she did for Travis. So,
all right.
So our producer today is Ray, and he's also doing the updates today. He can say, per Jeff McLean, equal amount of cookies between Jason and Travis.
That's going to be, and Jeff McLean's exclusive. No one else has this anywhere. I heard that maybe Drew Barrymore may have it in a couple days, but I scooped her by 2 days.
That's good. That's good work, Ad.
She's a big talk show host now.
Now, how is it out there in Arizona? You, like Jamie mentioned, you were probably along for the wonderful ride that is NFL Media Day, which I do want to get your opinion on that at some point as well. But what was it like? The Eagles players, they seemed like they were kind of loose yesterday.
Yeah, you know what? This is the first media day that the NFL has had for the Super Bowl in 3 years. So,
I didn't realize that. Huh?
Yeah, 2 years
COVID.
Because of the pandemic, they didn't have media day. So this is the first time you would gather all these people together. So it was a little tight, but you know, I mean, it wasn't as crazy as some of those media nights there. I guess they call it opening night, used to be media day, whatever you want to call it. It wasn't as crazy as some of the past ones I've been to. Man, those pre-pandemic ones were insane. You had a lot of characters and goofy people. For my purposes, I really don't go to the podiums very much. I'm going to talk to the coaches and the front office personnel and Jeffrey Lurie off to the side, because very rarely do you get opportunities to kind of sit and talk to these people for an hour. So I'm there a little more to do the work than to kind of like bask in the sights and sounds.
You're not trying to go viral, Jeff?
No, I wasn't asking.
You're not trying to.
Is this a must-win?
You're not trying to apologize to Jalen Hurts and all. You know what else was going on viral yesterday?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I ask stupid questions all the time, but I don't purposely ask.
Speaking of the actual storylines and not media night stuff, Shane Steichen interviewed with the Colts on Saturday. What's your impression of how much of a lead, or is he the favorite there? What's your impression of the Colts and Shane Steichen interest?
Yeah, I talked to Shane actually a little bit about that last night. Yeah, he confirmed it. And from what I gather, I mean, he's definitely one of the, I mean, he's in the second round, but I think it's been narrowed down to like 3 or 4 guys, and he's one of them. So, I mean, that gives him a 25% chance. I heard that he's done well in his interviews. Talking to people around the league, it seemed that maybe going into the head coaching interviews that maybe Shane was seen as a guy maybe a year or 2 off. But I think that he did very well in terms of, because you saw what he had done in terms of with the offense and play calling, but that's just really honestly a small part of what you're looking for in a head coach. And I think he needs to prove to some of these owners and GMs that he can sit in front of a room and lead. He has a good vision. He can bring a certain type of culture to an organization, and I think that he passed those tests. Now the question is just there are a lot of things that factor into whether ultimately he'll get the job, because there are other candidates, and we'll see how this plays out. Maybe.
So off of that, Jeff, do you think that Nick Sirianni's success coming from Indy and having like those kind of roots and having the success he's had in these first 2 years, it's probably bodes well for his guys, I would think, in terms of risk?
Yeah, but I was a little surprised that the Colts would interview him, not necessarily because of Nick having been there. I think we saw how Nick reacted to the Colts when they beat them post Frank Reich firing. But I don't know. I mean, look, if he gets offered, he's going to take it. There's only 32 of these jobs. It's very rarely that guys will turn these down. The Colts certainly is an organization that you question whether it's somewhere where he wants to go because the ownership there. They don't really they don't have a quarterback solution yet. But if he gets the offer, he'll go. I'm pretty sure of that.
Speaking of Jeff McLean, Philadelphia Inquirer, Inquirer.com, you had a great story that came out last night about Howie Roseman, and I saw your tweet when I read the article. And in your tweet, you mentioned 2 years ago, many questioned his staying power, but Roseman 3.0 is one step from another title. Now, you've been covering the Eagles for a while now. You've gotten to know Howie Roseman through the years. Has he changed? Like, look, I mean, again, people wanted him fired. Jamie and I talked about it yesterday. Probably 18 months ago, we wanted Howie Roseman out of here, but we also know that he is a successful general manager in the NFL. Has he changed himself from your vantage point, not just as a person, but obviously as a GM in the league?
I mean, it's a good question. I think that, obviously he's evolved as a GM. I mean, that would be almost impossible to last as long as he has and not change. You have to. You have to change with the times. You have to adapt. But Howie's been in this a long time, and he came in as a pup right out of law school. We all have heard the story about how he got his foot in the door with the Eagles, didn't even have an office or a desk, and worked his way up. And there was certainly some carnage left in his wake as he rose up the chain. But I think in some respects he had to kind of he needed those knives, because this was a guy that came from a non-traditional football background. There were guys, football guys, as they like to say, that were, in turn kind of returning fire. I think Howie's learned from some of those mistakes. I think he learned from what happened with Chip Kelly. But I think at one point he mentions in the story, as my wife says, I am who I am. And I've kind of dove into it at this point. And this is in terms of like his personality. I mean, Howie is the basis of the story is on his passion. His drive, his love for this job. And I think that's part of what makes him so great at it, that allows him to be aggressive and to take chances, outside the box chances that most GMs aren't willing to take. And certainly his intelligence, his creativity factor into that as well. Now, as he mentions, sometimes it can be a negative. He can rub people the wrong way. He can, he can do things that, again, I wrote a story 2 years ago questioning why Howie was still there, and really kind of delved in deep, a 6,000-word story about like some of the mistakes that he had made. Mm-hmm. Some of them having to do with his personality and the relationships that he had kind of hindered with the way he had gone into sometimes survival mode. But I think, he has changed a little bit. The edges are a little softer. He's more willing to kind of go back and correct some of the mistakes in terms of his relationships with people. So, but I think ultimately, I mean, to be successful, Howie knows he's got to still have that determination and that passion for the job. And at times there may just be some negatives that other people will have to deal with.
All right, Jeff, I'm going to put you in the chair of Jeffrey Lurie, and you can have one of these two coaches for game day. You can't compare you can't compare the resumes because Andy Reid is one of the all-time winningest coaches. Canton bound. Nick Sirianni only in his second year. If you just get the 60 minutes on the field and game management, play calling, all of it is on the table, which coach do you prefer to coach the Super Bowl?
Between Reid and Sirianni?
Yeah.
It's a good question. I mean, I'll go with Reid because he won a Super Bowl, right?
It's fair.
Because he has to do that.
Who would you have more confidence in?
I mean, Andy. I mean, look,
Okay.
I mean, this guy's one of the he's the first ballot Hall of Famer. I know that in some of the big spots, Andy has faltered, and maybe should have more than just one Super Bowl. But it's tough. It's a tough game to win, and that one, the last time he lost it there.
The offensive line was horrible.
Yeah, I think that was just personnel driven more than his coaching. And I think Andy's, with Mahomes, some of the things that plagued him in terms of game management before and working an up tempo. I don't think they're there as much.
Well, Mahomes cancels those out some, doesn't he?
Yeah, he cancels out sometimes, but also at the same time, I think some of that did fall to Don's shoulders more than it did Andy's.
Okay.
But because the quarterback is part of that play, so I'd give Andy a slight edge. I'm not taking anything away from Nick because I think Nick has been probably the best game manager this year in the NFL.
Yeah, he's been great at it. I saw the stat the other day that they have called 0 timeouts in his 2 years here because of a failed, relayed play into the huddle. And it just seems like they're very streamlined and efficient at in-game management when it comes to aggressiveness, reviews, just flow of the game. They seem to be really good at it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think that was going into the NFC Championship versus Kyle Shanahan. That was one area which I thought Nick had a decided advantage. I mean, aggressiveness pays off. Look, I mean, you don't have to be reckless about it, but that 4th and 1 when the Eagles own 34, scores tied 7-7 in the NFC Championship, and he went with the high percentage play, the sneak, but that still takes a lot of guts to do that, and they converted it, and they went out and scored a touchdown.
Now, before we let you go, Jeff, and you continue the great work out in Arizona, the great work you've done all season long, just quick little injury updates. Like Avonte Maddox has been seen in a boot one day, not in a boot the other. I know you tweeted the good news about Landon Dickerson last week that nothing popped up on the MRI with the elbow. They opened up the 21-day practice window for Aaron Sitbos. Full strength come Super Bowl on Sunday?
It seems like it's going to be that way again, like it was for the NFC Championship. I mean, from what I understand, Maddox is going to be ready, barring a setback. Dickerson, he's full go. He's going to wear a brace on his elbow. And Sipos, my expectation, just based upon what we saw the last practice, where he was kind of holding and Brett Kern was watching off to the side, is that they're going to go back to Sipos. So they'll have pretty much every player that could be available on Super Bowl Sunday.
All right, well, that's good to hear. Jeff, thanks, man, for your time all season long. We really appreciate it. Anthony's bummed out that he didn't get to talk to you, but he's currently in Philadelphia, Missouri, as he's driving out to Arizona.
Have a poolside beer for me.
To see him. Yeah, I'm sure I'll see him soon.
Yeah, he'll be there Friday. He's doing the show from Radio Row. So thanks, Jeff. We appreciate it, man, and we'll talk to you next week.
Okay, bye, guys.
There he is, Jeff McLean on the Comcast Business Hotline. And now we stay on the Comcast Business Hotline, courtesy of PhillyGoat.com, where your Philly pride, and Jamie,
the BetParx Casino and Sportsbook app. Odds, slots, bets, and games right there in the palm of your hand, in your pocket. Download it now at BetParx.com.
And that, of course, is Cousin Casey's Big Game Adventure with Jackie Bam Bam.
We were promised nuggets.
I know, so that's the first thing
Crispy,
we're getting to.
Delicious nuggets.
Anthony, we're not letting you go unless you give us this nugget that you teased 45 minutes ago.
Yeah, I got you. We are.
I'm a Nuggetsman.
FYI, we're passing Paris.
Oh, nice.
Missouri. I'm gonna get some great
cultured. Yeah.
Is there an Eiffel Tower, like a mini one there?
Well, I'm passing a water tower.
It's basically the same
Pick
thing.
up a nice Bordeaux or Cote Sterone, you know?
Yeah. Yes, and a silo. It's not my team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll get you some more information on Paris, Missouri here for you in a second.
Yeah, there's some weird. What the hell? That's a silo. I don't know what that is. I think it's a silo. Not that. No, that's a tower.
They do have 3 notable people from Paris, Missouri.
Oh, yeah?
They have Mary Margaret McBride, who was a female radio pioneer born near Paris. Glenn Jacobs, also known as Kane from WWE.
Okay.
And then Thomas Cartwright is a professor of physics at the University of Miami.
Oh, of course.
That's your notable people.
Never heard of him. What's that drop from?
I will say though, we did pass through this one town. It was a perfect setting for a horror movie. I swear to God, it was scary, and we couldn't get out of there fast enough.
Yeah, then we saw that Mike peek around the corner.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so what's the nugget?
It's a creepy place, man.
Well, yeah, when you're in the middle of nowhere, like
the Heartland.
Like, dude, if your car breaks down, that's the beginning of a horror movie.
Yeah.
Like, let's hope the SUV does not break down, because then we're in a lot of trouble, because you know there's children of the corn out there.
I know. I got to pull Judas! Judas! So, I was talking to our man, Steve Spagnuolo. We were texting yesterday.
Oh, I gave you the whole game plan?
No, he did say one nugget. Because we were talking about other stuff, but he said one nugget. I was trying to pry it. He said, "Bro, this will be the best offensive line that we face."
Wow.
Peter King has a story up and called it possibly the best offensive line of this century.
Wow.
I feel it. It's just good. Like, listen, the Cowboys in the '90s and Washington in the '80s are the best O-line, and the Steelers in the '70s are the best O-line in the history of football. And I think this Eagles offensive line, no joke, it sounds like, oh yeah, we think the Eagles offensive line is the best in football. But when the other team's D coordinator says, "Bro, best offensive line we face," and he just watched all the film, right? Like, no joke. Like, he goes, they're a problem. Like, that offensive line is good. That made me feel great.
Yeah, the fact that he might be losing a little sleep over it makes us feel pretty good. He's trying to find out a way to attack it.
Right? But, coach sometimes will give you platitudes. Oh, yeah, they're really good. Really. Like, my man was for real. Like, they will be the best O-line that he sees.
Well, his two best linemen, Chris Jones and Frank Clark, are up on the side of the football as a future Hall of Famer in Lane Johnson. And then, Isaac Seumalo's not too bad either. His biggest threat on the D-line, Lane Johnson nullifies some of that.
Yeah, now he didn't say this, but my guess is, because he's done this before, but my guess is he'll move Chris Jones up and down the line.
All right, that makes sense.
But then, to the credit of the Eagles, if you're going to move them to the other side, you have Landon Dickerson and Jason Kelce.
They may line them up over nose.
But still, you're going up against a Hall of Famer. It just speaks to how well balanced that offensive line is.
Without a doubt.
There's no good matchups. His best might be Seumalo,
Yeah, no, listen, that's the truth. That made me feel real good. Like, listen, it's legit. Like, we know how good they are, but when you hear the other coach say, mean it, like, he was mean it, he meant it.
Yeah, he's not blowing smoke up your keister. Did you get a chance to pay attention to anything from Media Day yesterday?
No.
Ray, can you play something for us here? I want to play this awkward exchange. And, look, Media Day's insane at the Super Bowl, right? There's the weird questions. There's the weird, hey, can you read this for me? Blah, blah. But some random dude that covers the Bears made it about himself. But listen to him going up to Jalen Hurts and just, I want you to cringe. You and I cringe together a lot of the times, but you're not here, so I need to play it for you while you're on the phone. Just take a listen to this exchange.
The Eagles will get to the Super Bowl with you as their quarterback.
You're not the only one.
Well, I just wanted to say man to man. I'm sorry.
Cool.
So I don't know how well you heard it. He literally goes, "Hey, by the way, I didn't think you were gonna win. I'm sorry." And Jalen Hurts just goes, "Cool." Dude, God, it's so cringeworthy.
No, that's an ew. That's so new. Don't do that. Stop, Andy. I'm sorry. Shut up. Jerk off.
Yeah, exactly.
And who do you think's the better in-game coach? I just asked Jeff McLean this. Who we would take? Forget everything else because the resumes don't. You can't compare them. Reed and Sirianni. Who would you take? Big game.
It's hard. Listen.
It's very hard, I think.
To go against Andy. I mean, listen, I love Sirianni. I think Sirianni does really some great things in adjustments. Like really strong adjustments. Listen, Andy. I know you're gonna get at.
Well, because if you say Sirianni, it sounds like a hot take, but you can make the case.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, sometimes you talk about running the ball and
sure,
leads and all. I think the whole. I mean, obviously, Andy's been doing it for so long, and he's a really sharp dude. So
I know, but part of me wants to say Sirianni. If I got a gun to my head and I need a coach for the game, forget everything else. I might take Sirianni, to be honest with
Andy, but
it's the safer answer. Neither one's wrong. They're both good coaches.
I'm taking the safe route here.
Yeah, I mean Andy's the safe answer. That's all.
Listen, I love Sirianni, but like he's never been in Andy's been in multiple Super Bowls. And by the way, he wins in 2004 if the Patriots don't cheat and Donovan doesn't miss a wide open Westbrook for a touchdown.
Well, if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. Eh?
Wow.
Donovan missed a wide open Westbrook, man. How do you miss that?
Anyways.
I mean, my point is that he should have multiple. He should be.
He should, yeah, but McNabb came up short.
All right, so you're driving to Arrowhead now, right? How far?
Yes. So the next time we speak, no. We're at a 2:15 arrival time. And if we can take some time off, if I get Jackson Bam Bam to drive, maybe we can make it in time for the end of the show.
So you guys are just cruising at this point.
Yeah, we are. We're just cruising. How great was that? The dude from Philadelphia, Missouri.
That was amazing. Yeah, you just run into everybody, man. Doesn't matter where.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, do you got a pick for us for these?
Oh, yeah, we got to throw in another parlay pick.
Oh, my God.
It's Andrew's turn.
It's my turn. I'm going Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown every time.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what week. I don't care if it's week 1, preseason week 1, or Super Bowl. Hurts anytime touchdown.
All right, there you go. There's the third leg, Casey.
We got to add to that, though.
Our rich quick scheme here with the 16-leg parlay.
I love it.
All right, fellas. Well, we'll talk to you in about an hour. You continue to drive safely. Right. I will say that every time. We're thinking about you.
Keep the bro in line.
Yeah, I'm trying.
He's starting to get a little happy feet.
It's Super Bowl week, man. I'm a little nuts.
Andy Reid stinks, okay?
Keep in line, Jonas.
All right, guys. Drive safely. We'll talk to you. There they are. Cousin Casey's big game adventure. We'll talk to them again.
Everybody I asked that question to is tempted with the idea.
I get where you're going with.
Of Sirianni.
I'm going still Andy.
He's going to shoot himself in the foot at some point.
You know what? I hope he does. And like Jalen Hurts, I hope I'm wrong.
And if it's on the BetParks app, will Andy screw up something in the game? I would take the yes.
610-632-0975. By the way, today's show being presented by Primo Hoagies. It's not just a game, it's the game. Make it a Primo. We will speak with Adam Kaplan of Inside the Birds coming up next, live from Arizona. Looking forward to speaking to him. And again, we have two gift cards, two $50 gift cards from Primo Hoagies to give out for the big game. We'll explain to you coming up how you can get that. 610-632-0975. He's Jamie Lynch. I'm Andrew Salchunas filling in for the Cuz right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. By the way, we all have our systems when we bet, picking the perfect upset, coming through injury reports the night before the game. I always like to make odds a little bit juicier, but there's one thing every bettor should include in their system, and that is the responsible gaming tools available on FanDuel Sportsbook. These tools help you keep your play in check and under control. Tools like time limits, so you don't unknowingly spend more time on the app than you intended. Wager limits to help prevent you from betting more than you should. And you can even take a timeout, which pauses your account for as long as you may need. FanDuel wants every bettor's experience to be about fun and entertainment. So visit FanDuel.com/playwell and make responsible gaming tools a part of your system. Got to be 21 plus and present in PA. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Super Bowl week continues. I'm Ray Dunn, and this update is brought to you by Primo Hoagies. Party with Primo this year because it's not just a game, it's the game. So don't settle for an average catering tray. Make it Primo. Order yours at PrimoHoagies.com. We're 5 days away from the Eagles and Chiefs facing off in Super Bowl 57, and we got the big news from Jeff McLean that equal amounts of cookies for Travis and Jason Kelsey were delivered to Mom. Again, that's an exclusive from Jeff McLean, who just joined us right
per
here.
Jeff McLean. Remember
McLean.
that. It was per Jeff McLean.
It was per Jeff McLean. You have to credit him with the story now with that one. You can listen to that interview on 97.5 thefanatic.com. Elsewhere, the Flyers lost at home 2-1 to the Islanders last night in their first game back after the All-Star break. This update, is also brought to you by Delaware Valley BMW Centers. Now through February 20th, during the BMW's President's Day sales event, lease a 2023 BMW 530 iX Drive sedan for $659 per month. Visit BMWCenters.com today. Keep it locked right here for the latest news and information. I'm Ray Dunn for 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Anthony Gargano Show on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hi, it's me, Steven Singer. Yeah, the I Hate Steven Singer guy. Why do all the other Georges in America hate me? Maybe it's because I have the best gift ever for Valentine's Day. Meet Periwinkle. It's my newest color of my famous 24-karat gold dip roses. That's right, it's a long-stem American Beauty rose, deeply and lavishly dipped in pure 24-karat gold. It lasts forever. Valentine's Day is here, and you're running out of time. Go now to IHateStevenSinger.com to get your Periwinkle before it's gone. It's the perfect shade of violet and the perfect shade of blue blended together, and it pops. So don't get flowers that die in a week and end up in the trash. Do better. Give the gift that lasts forever, my brand new Periwinkle 24-karat gold dip rose, exclusively at IHateStevenSinger.com with free personalized love note, free lifetime guarantee, fast and free shipping in time for Valentine's Day. Order by Friday before 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Order exclusively and only at IHateStevenSinger.com.
Guys, fellas, men, are you ready? I mean, Roman ready for Valentine's Day? Some say it's the sexiest day of the year. Flowers, chocolates, candlelit dinners. That's all great. But I think we all want something a little more physical, too. Because a strong sex life can deepen your feelings of intimacy with your partner and lead to increased happiness. So if you're prepping for Valentine's Day, right now is the perfect time to check out Roman. Roman has genuine medication that helps you achieve and maintain a strong erection. Roman has discreet wipes that help you last 4 times longer in bed. Roman has testosterone testing and treatment. Treating low testosterone can help revive your sex drive. And better yet, with Roman, everything is online. There are no waiting rooms and no hassle. Roman sends everything right to your door with free shipping and in discreet packaging. So, men, for better sex this Valentine's Day, go to ro.co/vday. Do it today and get 20% off. That's ro.co/vday.
Bergey's Chevrolet has been a trusted name to buy and service a car since 1924. Now with 2 Chevy locations in Plymouth Meeting and Colmar, Pennsylvania. Find new roads to the big game and experience Bergey's transparent, friendly, and convenient car buying experience. Browse our great in-stock selection, and if by chance we don't have exactly what you want, Bergey's knowledgeable team can help you order your next Chevy. Start your Bergey's experience at Bergey'sChevrolet.com or Bergey'sChevyPlymouthMeeting.com. Bergey's Chevrolet, driven to serve.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Battery trouble? You might just need a fresh charge, and we can take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. You can learn more about our battery selection at AutoZone.com. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2021.
We got some big game breaking news for you. BetRivers Online Casino and Sportsbook has a $100 casino free play offer as big as the big game. Make a first-time deposit with the code PHILLYSPECIAL and bet on the big game, and you get a $100 free play if the Birds win, and you know they're gonna. You must be 21 or older and physically present in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Void where prohibited. Terms and conditions apply. You have Philadelphia as a 1.5-point favorite over Kansas City, and as MVP, you have co-favorites in both Hurts and Mahomes. You can go either way, but you know which side I'm going. So head to BetRivers.com or download the BetRivers app today.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Pennsylvania, casino licensing through Rivers Casino Philadelphia. Sportsbook licensing issued through Rivers Casino Pittsburgh.
Meet Joe A,
Hi.
Joe B,
Hello.
and Joe C.
What's up?
3 everyday Joes perfecting their banking with Chase. Joe A is locking his lost debit card with the Chase mobile app. Joe B is cruising toward his new ride with AutoSave. And Joe C's Chase banker is helping him budget to go back to school. Tools that help protect, support for what's next. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Messaging and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Hey, it's John Kincaid. If you're a business owner with 5 or more employees, listen up. Have you had supply chain problems, struggled getting staff, or are still reeling from the COVID lockdowns? Uncle Sam wants to pay you back because you kept your employees by giving you a payroll tax refund. You can get up to $26,000 per employee, but do it now. Go to phillyrefunds.com, fill out your contact information, or just give them a call, and they'll walk you through every step of the process. It's real, but time's running out. Go to phillyrefunds.com. That's phillyrefunds.com.
The Eagles are back in the big game, and here's your chance to have the official Super Bowl program delivered direct to your home. Perfect for your Super Bowl party and must-have for Eagles fans and collectors. It's jam-packed with analysis, history, and full-length feature stories. Order yours now at superbowlprogram.us. That's superbowlprogram.us.
Hey, yo, Philly! Time to take down Big Red in the big game in Arizona. Love you, Andy, but there's only enough room for one top dog. If you want top dollar on your accident case, go with the winning team at Top Dog Law. That's topdoglaw.com.
It's because there's a place in Pennsylvania where the aroma of freshly baked bread takes you back to a kinder, gentler time. A time when families still gather together to enjoy traditional recipes and fresh ingredients. That time and place still exists at Corpelese Bakery and Deli. Since 1924, the Corpelese family has been sharing their family's favorite foods and flavors with their favorite Philadelphians and rooting on Philadelphia football. That's right. Freshly baked breads, rolls, cookies, pies, you name it. And, of course, the world-famous Corpelese tomato pie. Corpelese Bakery and Deli, 3 locations, Norristown, Limerick, and Audubon. And that's where 4 generations of pride go into everything they make, including specialty cakes, stromboli. Take yourself back to a better time at Corpelese Bakery and Deli, where nostalgia isn't just a word. It's an ingredient. Learn more at corpelesebakery.com.
The Birds Big Game Plan is brought to you by Stretch Zone, the big game plan for the big game. Go with what got you there. The Birds have arguably the best roster top to bottom, led by Jalen Hurts. Top-end offensive line, offensive playmakers, quality players at all 3 levels of the defense. The pass rush stands out maybe above all else, as the Birds piled up 70 sacks during the regular season, 3rd most in NFL history. The Birds Big Game Plan is presented by Stretch Zone. Book your free 30-minute stretch session today at stretchzone.com. WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Official home of the Sixers, Flyers, and the best Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic.
.04 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm Andrew Salchunas alongside Jamie Lynch. You just heard from the Cuz, his second check-in. Cuz and Casey's big game adventures. They drive out to Arizona. We'll be speaking to them again at 12:45. But now we head to the Comcast Business Hotline. We'll get to the phones after this at 610-632-0975. And we get to talk to a man who's been covering the NFL for a long time. You've heard him a lot of times over the years here on the station, so looking forward to it. And he's presented by phillyrefunds.com. Business owners, claim your payroll tax refunds up to $26,000 per employee. Go to phillyrefunds.com. From inside the Birds, our friend Adam Kaplan. Adam, what's going on, man? How are you today?
Guys, I'm well. I am outside the downtown convention center here in Phoenix. This is my 21st Super Bowl. The first one would have been, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. The game was not good, but it was the last Super Bowl in San Diego. That was the Raider-Buccaneer Super Bowl, where the Bucs blew out the Raiders. But the week it was in downtown. Everything was held in downtown San Diego, and what a great venue for a Super Bowl. It's a shame that was the last one in San Diego.
So, Adam, let me ask you, because yesterday we actually had the pleasure to speak with Brent Musburger, who told us, I asked him, what's one of your most memorable Super Bowl moments? And he told me Super Bowl I, because he was a part of the coverage of Super Bowl I. And obviously it has changed a lot, not just the game itself, right? Forget the halftime show. everything that goes around Super Bowl the week leading up to it. In your 21 years, this is your 21st Super Bowl. How much has it changed for you? Because it's not just about the game anymore.
So when I first went, I didn't get a lot of intel like what to do. So I went to like every party. I went to media night, which is obviously kind of an adventure in and of itself. So if you go to that, you know, as you guys, if you saw last night, now the requirements are way bigger than they were years ago. They actually have to have everyone there from every team, from both teams, but it's just gotten way bigger. Obviously, the media contingent that comes in the thousands. It was the hundreds when I was there, probably early, maybe 1,500 at most. Now it's probably 4,000 or 5,000. And then, by the way, the other thing is the entire world. I mean, foreign countries come in here. People come in because it's a Super Bowl, and the NFL loves it because it's sort of a melting pot. And I know someone from the league told me years ago, don't be surprised in our lifetime if we see a team overseas permanently, not just 3 or 4 times that we play games over there. So, no, it's a big spectacle, no question about it. Then, of course, the game itself. Look, we know it's not always great, but the fact that we have the Chiefs versus the Eagles is just, if you would have told me this before the season started, my mind would have been blown, but here we are.
Speaking of the game, Adam, there's so many great storylines that go in it. Obviously, Sirianni and Reed, the Kelsey brothers, a bunch of great storylines. Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, tons of stuff. What's your favorite storyline of this game outside of the, kind of X's and O on the field Sunday?
Well, it's funny. I vaguely remember that Sirianni, I know he was with the Chiefs under Todd Haley. I vaguely remembered Andy didn't keep him. Now, I know Sirianni said all the right things, so did Andy, but that's got in the back of his mind, Sirianni's mind.
Definitely.
It's got to chafe him a little bit. It's just got to burn him. I mean, this is the guy who said, no, sorry, we don't need you here. So I think that's an interesting storyline. That's definitely real. It's tangible. It's absolutely real. The other thing is there's so many there. By my count, I haven't counted everyone yet. I was just doing it this morning after I woke up. I counted at least 18 people, players, coaches, and front office people who used to work for the Eagles in one way or the other. And then that's the other side. There's so many connections. Andy brought a lot of people over the years. Some people you would probably know, and then obviously the coaching staff. And Greg Lewis is also on that staff, former Eagle. Was on Doug Peterson's staff in 2016.
Yeah, I mean, hell, he drafted Kelsey, Cox, Graham, and three of those core pieces.
Yeah, and he had personnel control then.
Yeah,
he probably knows that. It was actually Andy's call in the end to turn the card. And no, you're absolutely right. So it's just really, this is just like the most amazing thing. I'm sure we'll probably find some things closer to the game. Myself and Jeff Mosher on our show Inside the Birds. But it's wonderful. And the other thing is I'm glad it's being played here. Because the one in 2017, guys, I don't know if you probably remember this.
Minnesota.
The problem was the Radio Row was in the food court. It was an absolute embarrassment. So here, it's great. I've been to this one. It's a convention center. It's really big. It's easy to find in downtown Phoenix.
And you also said, Adam, that you're outside. That means you're actually outside and not freezing your what's off.
Well, I did 5 years ago. What's funny you say that because I had a little of a trick. It was so bad it's so windy outside. I would actually go into a hotel, warm up, then go outside, walk, go another hotel, defrost, and then finally get there and got to the Mall of America. So no, this is great. This is easy access.
Yeah, a lot better. Now, Adam, one of the first things you said when you came on was if somebody told you it would be Chiefs Eagles in the Super Bowl before the season started, you wouldn't have believed it. Look, I thought the Eagles were going to win 11 games this year. I thought that would be an improvement. I did not think Jalen Hurts would take this monster leap that he did to the point where I think he should win MVP. And unfortunately, because he missed 2 games, he's not going to. But walk us through this season. I mean, like you said, you would have been surprised to have heard that they would be in the Super Bowl when it was all said and done. Your thoughts on this year for the Eagles?
Yeah, let me go back to OTAs. So I'm at OTAs, and I'd heard. Look, first of all, we'd reported this back in probably May that Brandon Graham is basically 100%, which I couldn't believe. And of course, we believe it now. But how could you possibly believe it? Guy at his age coming off a torn Achilles. So I mean, it was just an amazing story. And you look at Hurts' improvement. I mean, I saw it in OTAs, but you can't hit a quarterback in practice, whether it's training camp or during regular season at all. But we saw some great stuff out of him. And then the A.J. Brown trade. It was just one thing after another. The great coaching. And I do what I put win ranges for every NFL team. I had 12 to 14 for the Eagles because I was buying what I saw from Hurts. I thought he'd make improvement. The roster is phenomenal. We kind of thought the Eagles had the best offensive line. That turned out to be true.
Mm-hmm.
But what I didn't see happening, how could you think 70 sacks? I mean, there's just no way to no way to know that. Hassan Reddick, and I've covered this team since '99, and they've had obviously a ton of great free agent acquisitions. This has got to be top 5 to me easily. And I know it's only 1 year, but based on his first year, and what a bargain the Eagles got. I mean, when people said, "Wow, 3 years, $45 million, first year is fully guaranteed," okay, that sounds like a lot, but when you look at what he's done, I mean, if he does this or even close to again, Howie Roseman's going to have to probably extend his contract after next season.
Yeah, for sure. Adam, who's got more pressure on him on the game Sunday? Mahomes in his 3rd Super Bowl or Hurts in his 1st?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? My line broke up.
Who do you think has more pressure on them Sunday? Mahomes in his 3rd Super Bowl or Jalen Hurts kind of, on the beginning of his career, hopefully more to come. Who's got more pressure?
I would probably say Hurts. Not that, look, the Eagles know they're going to extend his contract. This is not a secret. But obviously, if he doesn't play well, maybe that's going to be on his mind about what's going to happen. I mean, you don't want him having to think about that. I like what Jeffrey Lurie said this week in some interviews, how they're not even talking about that. They don't want anyone thinking about that, and that's the right message to send. And he's also proven that he deserves it, which is what Jeffrey also said. I mean, I guess if you have to make a choice, probably Hurts, but this guy is so unflappable. I don't think it's good. The one of the biggest surprises to me, and I know he went through a lot in college, but through the transfer tour, took his job at Alabama. This guy just sort of weathers the storm. All that Deshaun Watson talk in the spring, let's not forget about that. It never bothered him. That's probably one of the most underrated parts about him, how steely-eyed he is, and talk to people close to him, how he just focuses on what matters and everything else he just throws to the side. He's at such a young age, that's pretty remarkable.
Now, real quick, before we let you go, and I know we're going to talk to you again later on this week, so we're not doing any predictions or anything like that.
Sure,
and, of course, we want people to listen to Inside the Birds. Look, you've been covering the Eagles since '99. You've been here through the Andy Reid days. You've been here through the Chip Kelly days. What are your thoughts on Nick Sirianni? Obviously, he's been a major talking point for teams outside of Philadelphia recently because of his fiery personality on the sideline, but every player loves him. And it looks like this guy is very in tune with his team. He's very organized when it comes to practices and the game itself. Give us some thoughts on Nick Sirianni.
He's been way better than I thought. And I know this is going to sound profound, and some people will think I'm crazy for saying this, and he's done a very good job this season, no question. They're in the Super Bowl. I would actually argue you can make a case based on the lack of talent that they had to work with last year. And Hurts is inconsistent. Obviously, he's made a big jump this year, but he was inconsistent last season. The fact that they made the playoffs last year in Sirianni's first year is almost a greater achievement. Now, obviously, to win the Super Bowl, that's a bigger one, but I'm just looking at overall.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I get what you're saying, yeah.
If you talk to people around the league, they were not expecting Sirianni to be that good of a coach. And by the way, 3 out of the last 4 head coaches, the only team they interviewed for happened to be your Philadelphia Eagles.
Wow. That is amazing. Yeah, Doug.
Andy Reid, Doug.
They never interview with another team. Think about how insane that is.
That is kind of wild.
That the other teams don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, it really is amazing. They've done a tremendous job finding the right guys, and hopefully, Nick Sirianni is here for a long time. Adam, thanks so much, and we'll talk to you again later this week from Arizona.
Sounds good, guys. Thanks.
There he is, Adam Kaplan on
that is
the
pretty
Comcast
wild.
Business Hotline.
They do a great job of identifying candidates. And look, you can say whatever you want about the end of Doug. I mean, he was phenomenal for the first 2 years
It
here.
just got weird.
And Chip Kelly was even really good for the first 2 years here. And that got weird. But most of the time, they identify the right candidate, and usually the guys are pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's a lot of credit to Jeffrey Lurie.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, he's the guy that's ultimately
I guess
making
the
those
decision
calls.
makers.
Yeah.
I guess Howie had a hand in it too.
Yeah, no, he does. I mean, like Jeffrey Lurie's usually the guy that I think makes the final call.
Yeah, I think he is. But Howie Roseman's been a part of, is it 3 or 4 head coach hirings?
Well, Chip, Doug, and Nick. So 3.
3? Okay.
Yeah.
That's,
I mean,
how many GMs can say that?
With Andy, but I don't think he.
I mean, he might have been like an intern at that point.
Right, exactly.
Or just gotten there a few years later.
So we've had a lot going on. Obviously, we won't have another guest except for Anthony's check-ins the rest of the way. So we want more from you. It's your chance, 610-632-0975. We'll play some of the other audio that we have from Media Day yesterday, and I want to read you some quotes from Jimmy Kempski's story because I just asked Adam about it. Nick Sirianni and the perception that people have of him outside of Philadelphia. His players love him, man. And the story that I read from Jimmy Kempski yesterday was great, and I can't wait to give you some of those quotes. But let's talk to some of the people who want to talk about the Super Bowl. And Brad, who was in Seattle, I hope he's not in trouble here. What's up, Brad?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Please tell me it's not on that day.
Yes, the date can't be changed. That's already.
Is this yours?
No, it's my best friend.
All right, so for people who are listening, Brad has a wedding on Super Bowl Sunday.
Now, I got to ask because I don't understand why someone would choose it even if they're not a football fan. Is it a heavily discounted day to throw a wedding? Is that the reason for it?
That's my assumption.
Okay, because that's the only one I can get my head around.
Apparently, he's blaming it on the travel agent. It was supposed to be on a Saturday, but apparently they messed up. That's his word.
Oof. And so, wait, this is a all-inclusive or like a destination wedding?
Yes, all-inclusive. Yeah, there's going to be about, I think, 40 people.
All right. And is it happening at the same time?
Yeah, what time's the wedding going down?
Yeah, so these are the logistics that I've gotten. So the ceremony is going to be on the beach 90 minutes before kickoff.
Oh, those ceremonies are quick destination weddings. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So then after that, we're moving to a rooftop for the reception.
Okay.
He said that they have to do the three main dances. So the bride and groom, bride and dad, and then groom and mom. And then he just yesterday bought a projector.
Okay.
So he rules.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a good friend.
Now, can I ask what resort is this?
It's Dreams Las Maris, Costa Rica.
Dreams Las Maris, Costa Rica.
You might see Giselle and her new man down there.
Hold on. Costa Rica rooftop. I got to see if they have a TV there.
So is there? Well, he got a projection screen.
I know, but I wonder if there's a TV at least off to the side because he's not the groom is not going to set up the projector screen when the bride is dancing with her dad.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, there's Wi-Fi, so you might be able to look.
Do you have an internet TV provider account you can tap into if needed?
Yeah, I mean, I'm bringing my iPad with a hotspot ready to go.
Okay. Because here's the deal. During the dances, the bride and groom, the bride and father, the groom and mother, everybody's looking at them. So you could sneak the phone in the lap at least.
Yeah.
Or the iPad. Oh, dude, that's tough. But hey, look, at least the projector will be there. And if you continue if they win, I mean, that's going to be a hell of a party. Is it all Eagles fans?
I mean, almost everyone that's going is an Eagles fan. The groom has an Eagles tattoo.
Oh man, that's got to be hell for him. It's supposed to be one of the best days of his life.
They can't move up the time of it? Like these resorts, like how many weddings you got in a day?
I know. They've tried to do as much finagling as they could, but
well, at least you're making the most of it, Brad. We appreciate the call.
It could be great. You know, if they win and you get to party with an open bar and the beach and all that. But that's an unfortunate situation.
We had a caller call in 2 weeks ago. Different wedding, same day, Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
And Anthony straight up told the guy, don't go. And
I mean, look, if I was getting married accidentally on Super Bowl Sunday and some of my best friends who are Eagles diehards said, dude, I can't. I'd be like, all right, cool. I totally get it. It sucks. You're not going to be there.
This is a destination.
But
you already paid for everything.
Yeah, that's
like it's not like he paid for it. Is paying for tomorrow.
Yeah, you're kind of screwed. You just got to go and
just deal with it. Yeah, that's got to be tough.
Of all the Sundays of the year, there's 52 of them. You had to pick that one.
That's got to be tough. All right, real quick on the contest line, 215-263-0975.
Are you playing Oprah right now?
263-0975. Well, Oprah gives out multiple. I'm only giving out one right now. We have a $50 Primo's gift card. All right, $50 Primo's gift card. It's not just a game, it's the game. Make it a Primo. $50 Primo gift card. Get yourself set up.
I can speak from experience. My Primo's hoagie tray was there at my Super Bowl party when the Eagles won. Ergo, Primo's hoagie trays are good luck for the Super Bowl.
So because it's been 5 years since the last Super Bowl, we will do caller 5 on the contest line.
Number 5 will always love you.
215-263-0975 for the first of two $50 Primo gift cards that we have. 215-263-0975.
I thought my McNabb was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll give you credit.
Yeah.
The actual number to call in to be a part of the show is 610-632-0975, talking Eagles Super Bowl. But I also want to bring up the Jerry Jones comments that he made the other day about the Cowboys building process, Jamie. And the flaws that the Eagles have experienced.
I don't know if Jerry knows what's going on.
He might not anymore, but we'll discuss it. He's Jamie Lynch. I'm Andrew South. Tune is taking you until noon right here on The Fanatic.
It's finally here. It's the week of the big game, and what a year for the Birds. So join me and get in on the action with the BetPark Sportsbook and Casino app. It's got you and I covered for the big game, plus a ton of pro college hoops. You can bet golf, anything you want. You an EPL man? You a Bundesliga man? Well, BetParks has got you covered, and it's got a casino, bets, slots, and games right in the palm of your hand. It's safe, secure, and easy to use. It's the official sports book of the real Philly sports fan, and the only sportsbook and casino app that I recommend. Bet on more than just a score. You can take player props. I'm going to take a Kenny G long shots, big game MVP. As my long shot fun bet. You can do live in-game betting. You can bet during the game once you get a feel for it. Join me, and new users can get up to $750 in Sportsbook bonus back if your first bet isn't a winner. So download the app and start playing instantly with the BetPark Sportsbook and Casino app. Must be 21 and in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. See betparks.com for terms and conditions. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Another day closer to the Super Bowl. I'm Ray Dunn, and this update is brought to you by Primo Hoagies. Party with Primo this year because it's not just a game, it's the game. So don't settle for an average catering tray. Make it Primo. Order yours at PrimoHoagies.com. We're 5 days away from the Eagles and Chiefs facing off in Super Bowl 57 so far today. Adam Kaplan and Jeff McLean have checked in from Arizona with a little bit of what's happening down there. We heard from the Eagles last night in the Super Bowl opening night, and a lot came out of that one. You can catch the Jeff McLean and Adam Kaplan interviews on 97.5 thefanatic.com. Elsewhere, the Flyers lost at home 2-1 to the Islanders last night in their first game back after the All-Star break. This update is also brought to you by AAA Car Care. Hurry into your neighborhood AAA Car Care Center and save up to $80 off select sets of 4 Cooper tires. Now through February 14th only. See store for details. Keep it locked right here for the latest news and information. I'm Ray Dunn for 97.5 The Fanatic.
Anthony Gargano, weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic. Today's show is being presented by Primo Hoagies. It's not just a game, it's the game. Make it Primo. 97.5 The Fanatic presents Cousin Casey's Big Game Adventure. John the Road Again.
John the Road Again? Cousin Casey's John the Road Again?
Cuz is road tripping his way to Arizona with WMMR's Casey Boy getting psyched for the big game. Follow along online at 975thefanatic.com and listen all week as Cuz checks in live from the road across America.
Hashtag it's a Philly thing, my friend. Cousin Casey's John the Road Again.
Cousin Casey's Big Game Adventure is sponsored by the BetParks Casino and Sportsbook app. Odds, slots, bets, and games right in your pocket. Download now at betparks.com, phillygoat.com, where your Philly pride, and 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Go Birds!
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover. All for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter code IMPACT at checkout. That's harrys.com, code IMPACT. Enjoy.
So, the new year is here, and now is the time to take stock of your goals for 2023 and beyond. This time next year, you could be a graduate of CSB Media Arts Center and one step closer into your dream career in the broadcast media industry. Hi, I'm Jenna, a student at CSB. CSB Media Arts Center in Cherry Hill, New Jersey is molding a new generation of professionals that are shaping the future of the broadcast media industry, and you could be next. CSB offers hands-on, learn-by-doing training in podcasting, audio and video production, radio, television, sports, and more in months, not years. CSB's training gives you the skills employers want, and it's designed to prepare you for life in the broadcast media industry. College isn't for everyone. Neither is student loan debt. There's no lecture halls here, just studios. This year, make the New Year's resolution to invest in yourself and your future. I did, and it was the best decision I ever made. CSB Media Arts Center in Cherry Hill, New Jersey is approved for veterans training. Go CSB.com.
Hey Philly, it's quarterback Jalen Hurts here. It's crunch time. Winner is right up in your face. What's the right play?
Go for 2, Jalen.
What?
Go for 2 with Window Nation.
Oh, right. It's Harley from Window Nation.
Yeah, Jalen. Right now, get 2 free windows for every 2 windows you buy and make no payments until 2025.
That's really going long without paying a cent.
It sure is.
But what if I want to go for 6?
Well, then you buy 6 and you get 6 free. There's no limit.
There's no limit to the money you'll save either. With Window Nation's energy-efficient windows.
Expertly installed by our trained professionals.
Just like you've done over 1 million times with 96% perfection.
That's what makes Window Nation the winning team.
So call Window Nation today at 866-90-NATION or visit online at windownation.com.
Buy 2 windows, get 2 windows free with no payments until 2025.
Go for 2 with Window Nation at 866-90-NATION or windownation.com.
Hi, I'm Adam Flager. At Flager & Associates, we've specialized in personal injury cases for more than 30 years. A car accident or a slip and fall in icy conditions can change your life. Our clients have peace of mind knowing they have a law firm that handles every aspect of their case so they can concentrate on getting well again. We won't rest until we get top dollar for your case. Call Flager & Associates at 215-953-5200 or visit flagerlaw.com. That's FLAGERLAW.com.
Hey, it's John Kincaid. If you're a business owner with 5 or more employees, listen up. Have you had supply chain problems, struggled getting staff, or are still reeling from the COVID lockdowns? Uncle Sam wants to pay you back because you kept your employees by giving you a payroll tax refund. You can get up to $26,000 per employee, but do it now. Go to phillyrefunds.com, fill out your contact information, or just give them a call, and they'll walk you through every step of the process. It's real, but time's running out. Go to phillyrefunds.com. That's phillyrefunds.com.
Hey, it's Jen Scordo. Football fans, FanDuel in partnership with Valley Forge has the perfect way for everyone to get in on the Super Bowl 57 action with a no-sweat same-game parlay. That means everyone gets bonus bets back if your Super Bowl SGP doesn't hit, whether you're new to FanDuel or you already have an account. Same-game parlays let you combine all your favorite bets for a chance at a bigger payday. So build your own or just bet a popular same-game parlay already made for you in America's #1 sports book. Obviously, I'm building my same-game parlay around our own Philadelphia team. I love Philadelphia with the spread, a Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown, and how about a Gainwell anytime TD too? Might want to throw that one in. And Miles Sanders to score first? I love it. If you're new to FanDuel, sign up using promo code SCORDO and get bonus bets back if your no-sweat same-game parlay doesn't hit. That's promo code SCORDO. And make every moment more with FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
21 plus and present in PA. 3+ legs, minimum $1 bet required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Max bonus $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Eagles are back in the big game, and here's your chance to have the official Super Bowl program delivered direct to your home. Perfect for your Super Bowl party and must-have for Eagles fans and collectors. It's jam-packed with analysis, history, and full-length feature stories. Order yours now at superbowlprogram.us. That's superbowlprogram.us. program.us.
Wake up and smell the sizzly. 2 for $5. Great mornings start at Wawa.
Hey, it's Cuz for my good friends at Primo Hoagies. There's only one hoagie I'm taking on the road with me to Phoenix. Primos! You know that because it isn't just an A game, it's the game. So make it primo no matter what you got planned for the big game. Don't settle for an average catering tray. Make it primo. There's no bigger crowd pleaser than Primo Hoagies, made with only the highest quality Thuman meats and cheeses, sliced fresh to order, served on Primo's award-winning seated roll, baked fresh every day. Throw the best party on the block with Primo Hoagies, and while you're at it, grab the sampler platter, the cookies, the chips, soda, everything you need for celebrating. With over 80 locations, there's a Primo near you. Order your party trays in advance and online at PrimoHoagies.com. And remember what I just say, it's not just a hoagie, it's a Primo. Go Bart!
More of the Anthony Gargano Show now
on 97.5 The Fanatic.
12:30, 97.5 The Fanatic, 12 o'clock hour, brought to us by Service First Heating and Air Conditioning. Get 0% financing for 72 months and a $500 rebate when you purchase a complete heating and cooling system from Service First. Learn more at servicefirsthvac.com. We'll get our next check-in with Anthony in about 13 minutes when he joins the show at 12:45. We'll get to a couple of your calls as well at 610-632-0975. But I mentioned it going into the break, and I want to get your thoughts on this, Jamie. Jerry Jones. I know this is a couple days ago, but it's yesterday was the Monday of the Super Bowl week. And
yesterday was my cocaine bear day.
Yes,
so a little more dialed back today.
But Jerry Jones was asked about the Cowboys rebuild and the success of the Eagles.
Poor Jerry.
And how long has it been for the Cowboys? 29 years
I believe.
Yeah. It's going really well for him. Here's a quote from Jerry Jones on the Eagles and other teams' quick success in the NFL. Quote, anybody who thinks I won't take a chance has misread the tea leaves, but I do think longer term, and I'm real hesitant to bet it all for a year. There's a couple of things that can happen for you that year. In essence, we're seeing a couple of teams, the Rams and the Eagles, that have had real success putting it all out there and paying for it later. Don't think that doesn't pop in my head and get my eye as far as doing it, and I know how to do that. It's part of what you put in the computer and what comes out. We'll see how it comes, but that's pretty impressive to have two teams in the last 2 years empty the bucket and get to the Super Bowl. But if you miss, it's a long go. So first off, to the long-term thing for Jerry Jones. Again, it's been almost 30 years since they've won the Super Bowl. That's a pretty long-term plan.
Yeah. What exactly did the Eagles do by...
Yeah, that's the next point. I don't know what this emptying the bucket thing is.
What did they do that emptied the bucket?
Like,
they got James Bradbury when he became available. They made a really good trade for A.J. Brown.
Who's here, who then they re-upped for 4 years.
And paid him.
He's here for another 3 seasons.
They spent money in free agency on one of the best. Adam Kaplan's right. Hassan Reddick's signing is
it's
a top 5 Eagles free agent signing possibly ever.
Yeah.
And definitely of the Jeffrey Lurie era. That was just a good deal.
Look, let's all be real. The Eagles are benefiting from Jalen Hurts playing like an MVP on a rookie contract.
Yeah, for sure.
We all know how football works. Once the quarterback gets paid, it's difficult to win again in the NFL. We've seen that forever.
They have internal concerns about Dak Prescott the same way the Eagles had internal concerns about Carson Wentz at the time?
Oh, for sure.
Well, then maybe they should have drafted their next plan.
Right, exactly.
Or their backup plan, contingency plan, something. I don't think he understands. Like the Rams. Okay, yeah, they sacrificed. The Eagles have the number 10 pick in the draft next year.
Right, the Rams emptied the bucket.
Emptied the bucket. They went all in. That is a good. Why you brought the Eagles into it? I don't understand because they didn't do that.
And that I don't think that was a disrespectful shot at the Eagles. I think he's just a moron.
Yeah, I think it's passing him by.
Yeah, I don't think he realized that this team is set up for many years to come.
Yeah. It's built well in the trenches. It has draft capital. It has youth. It has, the mix of veterans.
Yeah, like you said, the 10th overall pick next year. They have 2 first-round picks.
Yeah.
Which they could mess around with still.
That is literally the definition of not going all in.
Yeah, especially when you also have your core players locked up for
it's
many
protecting
years,
yourself.
and your core players are young.
It's
right?
protecting
like it's not
your future.
Like I want Jason Kelce here for another 5 years, but you're not giving Jason Kelce a 5-year contract, right? Like A.J. Brown got a 4-year deal, Dallas Goedert a 4-year deal, Jordan Mailata got a nice long contract, and they did that early. They recognized true talent and re-upped them early. And they got them at a more cheaper price because they re-upped them early.
Wouldn't Jerry's trade of Amari Cooper and 2 first-round picks at the time be considered going all in?
Yeah.
Because you neglected your future for an immediate result.
Yeah, and then what did you do? Not keep them.
And then you traded him away for what, like a 4th-round pick or
something? Yeah, because
something?
you didn't want to pay him, but you paid Zeke.
Yeah, now you have a
Which
backup
is definitely
running
not a
back.
long-term
No,
plan.
you drafted a running back in the top 10, paid a running back top of the market money, and you want to talk about the Eagles going all in? Dude, you're running an unsuccessful model and blueprint down there.
So he continues.
Oh, God.
On the other hand,
I'm a risk taker.
My general experience has been that if you will stay aggressive, I'm talking whether it's on the field or off the field, but you pick your shots with risk taking, and I've spent a lot of time in my life doing that.
Yeah, like that cute little Philly girl that was robbing all my junk by the bathroom that time, and somebody took a picture of it. I calculated my risk that day, and I thought, what were the odds of having a 28-year-old young Philly robbing all my junk?
That was a different story. This one's about football.
Oh, we're talking football.
Yeah. That was the other one.
Oh,
when they cut me open, it will be all those scars, heart attacks for all those risks I took and the years I spent paying for them. My point is, I do know how to take risks. They are absolutely right.
Yeah, I know what risks you're taking, Jerry. You all hornball, you.
We have been in the middle here for a few years, but I like where we are right now. More in the middle, whatever that means.
What? I guess in the middle of risk taking and future, like what is he even talking about?
I want to read that. I want to read that again. We have been in the middle here for a few years, but I like where we are right now. More in the middle. They're more in the middle. But given the opportunity, if it would make some sense, I've definitely got some risk taking in me.
I don't even understand what he's saying.
That was Jerry Jones.
He just says words.
Balls.
Yeah, I agree, Ant.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I have no idea what he's
Why do you want to be in the middle? You want to be closer to winning or closer to rebuilding? You don't want to be in purgatory.
Actually, being in the middle sucks.
Yeah, being in the middle is the worst
what the
place
Sixers
to be.
were for a long time.
And the reality of the situation is they have Dak Prescott, who I would guarantee you they believe internally is not a guy to get them over the hump and into the promised land, but you can't do better than him right now in their current situation, so you're kind of stuck. Because you're not – I mean, look, you could spend a first-round pick on a quarterback.
Which they're not going to do.
But then you're going to scramble Dak's brain probably.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to find better than him in the league already. And he's kind of at that spot where he's like Kirk Cousins, where it's like, yeah, he's good, but I don't think he's ever going to hoist the Lombardi.
No, and by the way.
So what do we do?
The savior that would have been Sean Payton is now in Denver.
Okay, can he salvage Russell Wilson?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, we'll find out there.
But yeah, crazy stuff from Jerry Jones.
Weird
and
statement.
It just makes me love the Eagles even more. And
Thank you, Howie Roseman.
Thank God I didn't have a weak mind and become a Cowboys fan.
And Stephen Jones in the front office there, they actually do a good job of drafting.
Yeah.
It's just
Jerry.
Yeah, it really is.
It's like, all right, Dad, time to.
And the best part is right now, if you're like a Philadelphia area Cowboys fan, you're driving around listening, you're ripping, you're stealing, you're just getting mad, but you can't call up and defend it.
No, because what are you going to say? We got rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Back on VHS days.
Come on now. Let's go to Rich and Brick. Rich, you're on the Fanatic.
Hey, what's up, guys? I love your show.
What's up, Rich?
Was Jerry Jones drunk when he was doing that?
Well, probably.
I can't rule it out.
Yeah, he usually is.
Yeah.
He's got the Johnny Walker, man.
I mean, you gotta love that. I mean,
as an Eagles fan, it makes you smile.
Yeah, it does. I'm excited about Sunday. We're definitely gonna get another Lombardi trophy. I have a key to stop Kelce.
Oh, do you? What do we got?
How the hell do you do that?
Okay.
Putting your defensive coordinator hat on here.
Okay, I'm putting in Crabberry on Kelce, and I'm doubling teaming the safety on him.
I think C.J. Gardner-Johnson is up to that task because he's a physical enough player. He can come down. He's athletic. He's got the coverage skills. I don't hate that at all.
Yeah, and I'm not really too much concerned about Kansas City right now because they have a couple receivers banged up right now.
Yeah, I mean, there are offensive weapons. Look, Travis Kelce can make up for it, and obviously Patrick Mahomes can make up for it. He wouldn't be the first Hall of Fame quarterback to play well with middle receivers, a.k.a. Tom Brady. But look, the Eagles, again, we touched on this yesterday, too. The Eagles have a lethal pass rush, and it's not Ronald Darby and Jalen Mills as the cornerbacks. It's James Bradbury, it's Darius Slay, it's Avonte Maddox in the slots, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson as a safety. You have help in the secondary as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I agree with you. And I think this team is better than the team that won the Super Bowl too.
Yes, for sure, Rich.
And I think I'd rather have it Nick Sirianni when you said who's better.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I know it sounds like a hot take.
Sirianni and Crabberry. Thanks for the call, Rich.
I know you were looking at me like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, so hold on a second. So yesterday.
The YouTube community might have caught that.
So it was right around the same time. Yesterday, I asked Jamie, are you conditioned to do more than 2 hours of radio? And you said yes. You got a Charlie horse and you're in the beginning of the third hour. And now what happened to you?
I guess my lip accidentally touched the mic down here, and I got a shock. So I got shocked on my lip from the microphone. I always get shocked around this place. I don't know what it is. It's these carpets.
Nobody from management's listening, right? I wouldn't be surprised if the wiring here's loose and like it's actually a
they're like Jamie's back.
Health threat, risk threat. Like I should probably wear like rubber gloves and a hard hat when I walk around.
But the unexpected shock always kind of jolts you.
Oh yeah,
and
the
catches
shocks
you.
are weird,
Especially when it's on your lip.
Yeah, we do have ceiling panels now, by the way.
Oh wow, this place is really coming together.
Let's go to Rick in Southwest. Rick, you're on the Fanatic.
Yeah, hello. How you doing?
Hey.
Oh, boy. I'm upset about Jerry Jones. Let him continue to run the Cowboys.
All right.
It is beautiful, right? You got Jerry Jones with Dallas. The Giants, there was the report how much Daniel Jones could potentially get paid.
$36 million.
Which is just freaking awesome. And
up it.
And then Washington still has no idea what the hell they're doing.
Right, so let him continue to run the Cowboys into the ground. A long life to him because they're never going to get anywhere with Dak Prescott as the quarterback. They're not going to get anywhere.
Damn right, Rick.
So I wanted to ask you, Andrew, you do the vault, right?
Yes.
So you had Anthony on there from June 14th, and he predicted 14-3. How did you know to go back to June 14th and pull that up?
I jotted stuff down as we do the show, and I go, all right, maybe we'll go back to this at some point. So I jotted down the day he picked 14-3. And if the season went awry and they went like 3-14, I would have loved to have played it and said, look at where we were a couple months ago. Or if they did go 14-3, hey, look what you said many months ago. So you just jot stuff down as you're doing the show.
Oh, that was great how you was able to pull that up. And he missed the teams, the three teams, but he hit it right at 14-3. That was fascinating.
Yeah, it was crazy. 14-3, and I remember thinking he was a lunatic. And remember, he said, I think 7-1. They would have been 7-0 before their first loss. They went 8-0 before their first loss. It was crazy.
Right. And didn't a couple of years ago you did the baseball show here on the show?
Yeah, I did the Fanatic baseball show. R.I.P.
Oh, you did a good job on that. You used to have Tommy Green on there and all. That was great.
Yeah, Tommy, Ricky Bowe. We had Jim Salisbury on, Corey Simon. It was a lot of fun doing that show, but things change over the years. A lot of nightly gambling shows now.
Yeah, it was great, though, back in the oldest. So what do you think about Howie Roseman? I was thinking about the Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly, he decimated this team. He completely ruined this team. But Howie comes along, and it's like the weeds in the garden. He took the weeds out of the garden, and he made a garden, and he was just fascinating. I thought it would be 5 years at least before they would come back. But in a couple of years, they were in the Super Bowl and won. I mean, he's done a great job when Chip Kelly got fired. What do you think?
Yeah, Howie Roseman, everybody should appreciate that he's the general manager of the Eagles, and this is coming from somebody who wanted to have him let go at some point. Thanks for the call, Rick. But he has done a tremendous job, and everybody should give him more credit. It still seems like people hesitate to do it, which I find very strange. Like, what if somebody deserves credit, you should give it to them?
Yeah.
And Howie Roseman deserves that?
Yeah, look, I was wrong. I would have fired him 18 months ago if I was Jeffrey Lurie.
And look at what he did.
And I would have looked like an idiot.
So we should
now.
be open to we should celebrate Howie Roseman.
Absolutely. Look, people in media are wrong. And if you can't admit you're wrong, then I probably don't listen to you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, why would I listen to somebody that always claims to be right? I know that's a lie. You're just lying to me.
You are lying.
You started our relationship off by lying to me. I'm not going to follow you.
That's pretty messed up.
I'm not following you into the foxhole, cuz.
All right. Well, you know who's in the foxhole?
Yeah, I know who's in there.
There's a lot of people in the foxhole.
I want that guy going to war with me any day.
Yes. Which one?
I don't know.
Jackie, Anthony, Casey, Kyle.
Oh, Anthony. I love Casey and Jackie. I know. But, I got a long history with this one.
But our 12:45 check-in presented by Hers. It's Crunch Time Philly. Score bags of Hers, Philly's favorite hometown snacks. And who else? Jamie.
Of course, the lovely people over at Bet Parks Casino and Sportsbook app. Odds, slots, bets, and games right in your pocket. Download it now at betparks.com.
Where are we at now, boys?
We're on the road to Missouri. We're actually in Kansas City. We're close to Kansas City. Not that close. About an hour and a half.
So what's it like? What do you see? Like, are you just like in fields?
Dude, this is Tom Petty. All right? I see a ghost of Tom Petty all over here. It's America's heartland. All right? It's all flat land and farms and little houses and silos, pink houses, John Cougarville. Yeah, it's the heartland, baby.
Are there any outhouses on the sides of the road?
I haven't noticed any outhouses.
Would you go to the outhouse if you could? Because I did that once.
No, I'm out on that.
I didn't even have to go to the bathroom, but I went to the outhouse and just, did a little bit.
So whose bladder?
I'm out. I don't roll with that.
Whose bladder's the weak link on the trip so far?
Casey Bay's a bladder man. Yeah, Casey. You go through the four of us.
That's not so out. I would say Jackie's is the weakest.
Yeah.
Mine is probably second weakest. Then Kyle, and then Cuz over here. He doesn't go to the bathroom.
Yeah, he's like a camel.
He's a camel.
Yeah.
You don't know what a 1 or 2 is.
No.
I got a good prostate. Dr. Mike.
So,
hey,
by the way,
everybody here's a Dr. Mike patient.
Yeah,
right.
We have a lot in common there.
So, by the way, speaking of Dr. Mike and your prostate and going to the bathroom, I heard you had something delicious for me. I'm shocked that you ate it, Ant. You had a cheesesteak burrito yesterday?
Oh, dude. You would have loved it.
I know I would, because I like junking stuff up. You barely let salsas touch each other.
It actually, it was too much cheese, but it actually was a tasty item, dude. Like, you would have loved it. It had the steak, just steak, onions, and Mexican cheese, and a flour tortilla.
Dude.
And I had to get the peppers. I asked them to get
Of course.
no peppers. So I asked them for the peppers. They weren't hot.
Well, at least you got a little taste out of it. Now, is anyone there? Is anyone there like me? A garbage disposal?
No, nobody's like. Listen, no, but you are the king of the disposal. The pro has a very good, strong pile of everything.
But I can also throw down with the junk too.
Right, you can. No, you do. You have a wide range.
Yeah.
The Judas, though, is the king of anything. Like, he's impressive. He goes cold. Like, he's the king of the trash.
Yeah.
But your Rose pal is a fine pal, right? The Judas pal, I'm almost amazed at him.
He's like a raccoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he's unbelievable. A goat. I'm so impressed. The Judas impresses me that way. Cold, hot, don't matter. Whatever it is. And he has his routine, man, every day. Gets his eggs, his egg whites, whatever. What do you get in the morning?
I do eggs in the breakfast sausage.
Do you do the eggs cold too?
I will. I'll mess around with it. I got cold pasta waiting for me in my house right now that I can't wait. I've been thinking about it since 11.
Speaking of pasta, Ant, Slay last night said his game day meal is the Alfredo sauce mixed with the pesto sauce in the pasta. You support that movement?
Hell no. That is horrible. That's worse than a Judas meal. I mean...
All right, hold on.
Put that in there as well.
Hold on. If Jenny Slay made you the Alfredo pasta with the pesto sauce, would you then eat it?
Yes. Unequivocally.
Exactly.
Sure, Jenny. I'll accept you, Jenny.
Whatever you say, Chen.
I'll eat 2.
I go 2 or 3 times. I mean, I can eat 2 or 3 dishes.
Yeah,
exactly.
And she can ball too, man. She was a college hooper.
I am. And she's cool.
All right, one more thing, Ant. We had another awful call come in after your last call in about a conflict on Super Bowl Sunday.
Wait, so I was listening to this. So explain to me, because I can only call a couple bits and pieces. Well, what the hell are they doing?
Poor guy, Brad from Seattle, Eagles fan. Majority of the people going are Eagles fans. It is a 40-person destination wedding in Costa Rica, and it's happening Sunday. The wedding itself 90 minutes before kickoff, but they are putting up a projector screen. I got to give the groom credit for doing that, but they need the bride has asked that they at least do the dances before everyone's distracted. So the mother, groom, the bride, and her father, and then of course the bride and groom first dance.
Wait, can't they bump up the start time?
That's what I asked, and they said they asked every question possible, and the resort will accommodate them, which that kind of stinks because, what else are you going to do at the resort? You sit on the beach and you drink all day.
Let me jump in here. It's a total violation because it's the weekend before President's Day weekend. Why not do it the weekend where everybody has a long weekend?
That's genius. You're right. That is even worse.
That makes no sense. So you said it was originally supposed to be Saturday, and they pushed it to Sunday?
Yeah, the resort apparently messed up. The resort itself messed up, booked the wrong date for the wedding, which that sucks even more. It's not their fault. So it's not like there was poor planning, but it just so happened to get pushed one day. So my biggest suggestion to Brad, because it's all the dances, nobody's watching him. Everybody's watching the bride and groom.
And I believe him because apparently the groom has an Eagles tattoo.
Yeah, the groom has an Eagles tattoo on him. So, they didn't.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so they're fans. They're legit fans. So I suggested he just watches on the phone for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, anything. Oh, that sucks. I mean, they should just blow it up. Get the wedding.
Blow up the relationship, too?
Nah, my point is, just get married. Just go on to vacation, and then come home and just get married, private. That's it.
It's not a bad idea. You still celebrate at the resort, and you just watch the game at the bar on the resort.
You come home and you actually do the nuptials. That's all.
That's not a
guy, though. He's not the groom. He can disappear and nobody would even notice.
He said it's his best friend. So I don't know if that means best friend is in, he's in the wedding or not. I don't know what the wedding party situation was. It was my bad for not asking. But he said it's his best friend, so he might actually be in the wedding.
Yeah. I mean, that's horrible.
Sucks to suck, right?
They should just blow it up and come home and get vacation.
That's 2 weddings, dude. We talked to somebody last week. That's 2 weddings on Super Bowl Sunday.
And this week, that was on them.
Yes.
That was on them.
Yeah, they booked Sunday.
I mean, who does that? Even the Eagles were in the Super Bowl. It's still the Super Bowl. Why do you get married at Super Bowl Sunday? That's the stupidest thing in the world.
Yeah, you can't do that. Well, anyways,
I know it's like Valentine's Day, so I'm sure.
Yeah, that could be it.
Valentine's Day thing, but that's for bogus anyway.
Yeah.
Come on. Right?
I know. Terrible news for poor Brad. Now, Ant, I know you're on the road. Give me a number. Contest line 215-263-0975. Because I have you, we have a $50 Primo gift card to give away. Today's show being presented by Primo Hoagies. It's not just a game, it's the game. Make it a Primo. So what caller on the contest line for the Primo Hoagie $50 gift card? 11. All right, caller 11. 215-263-0975.
I'm just going to think A.J. Brown and not Carson Wentz. A.J. Brown, not Carson Wentz.
Well, he was doing the Harry Callis. Harry Callis 11.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, but I was thinking A.J. Brown.
Oh, yeah, he cleansed our palate of that number.
Yeah, he did. A lot of people changed the jersey.
Huge way.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that. That number 11 would have been just dirt.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown came right in and rescued it.
Forgot all about that.
That's the number 25 for the Sixers now. That one's gone. Don't let anybody touch that one.
Hey, Ant, you see those reports? Ben Simmons, top 3 worst contract in the NBA, according to some insiders, and no trade value.
None.
It is amazing. All right, guys. Continue.
Wait, I got to find a bar. I got to watch Sixers Celtics.
Oh my God! Yeah, you have
tomorrow.
You absolutely have to. You'll find one somewhere in.
I gotta go. I need to watch that game. Man. I'm dying for that game.
You'll find one somewhere. You got a lot of states to still go through.
We will be in New Mexico tomorrow night.
I'll be in New Mexico.
Okay.
I gotta have I watch my hoop.
You got to do the Santa Fe Breaking Bad tour.
That's Albuquerque, bro.
Oh, you're right.
He did it, bro.
Yeah.
He did it. Casey did it.
Oh, that's awesome.
I went to the car wash.
I went to the car wash and I went to Walter White's house.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Well, you guys continue to drive safely, and we will talk to you in less than an hour.
All right, buddies.
All right, drive safely. There they are. Cousin Casey's Big Game Adventure, 610-632-0975, the number to climb in. 215-263-0975 for your chance to win the $50 Primo gift card. He's Jamie Lynch. I'm Andrew Salchunas. Final hour ahead right here, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
We are still continuing through our Super Bowl week coverage here at The Fanatic. I'm Ray Dunn. This update is brought to you by Primo Hoagies. Party with Primo this year because it's not just a game, it's the game. So don't settle for an average catering tray. Make it Primo. Order yours at PrimoHoagies.com. Just 5 days away from the Eagles and Chiefs facing off in Super Bowl 57. Jeff McLean and Adam Kaplan have both joined the midday show today to talk about what's going on as Super Bowl opening night. The media day was last night. A lot to break down from the Eagles in that. You can catch those interviews at 97.5thefanatic.com. Elsewhere, the Flyers lost at home 2-1 to the Islanders last night in their first game back after the All-Star break. This update is also brought to you by Whole Foods Market. Let the chips and guac party begin at Whole Foods Market. Get 5 large avocados for just $4.50 with Prime through February 7th. While supplies last, shop in-store or online. Terms apply. Keep it locked right here from the latest news and information. I'm Ray Dunn for 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Cuz, Anthony Gargano. Weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey, it's Cuz for my good friends at Primo Hoagies. There's only one hoagie I'm taking on the road with me to Phoenix. Primos! You know that because it isn't just an A game, it's the game. So make it Primo no matter what you got planned for the big game. Don't settle for an average catering tray. Make it Primo. There's no bigger crowd pleaser than Primo Hoagies, made with only the highest quality Thuman meats and cheeses, sliced fresh to order, served on Primo's award-winning seated roll, baked fresh every day. Throw the best party on the block with Primo Hoagies, and while you're at it, grab the sampler platter, the cookies, the chips, soda, everything you need for celebrating. With over 80 locations, there's a Primo near you. Order your party trays in advance and online at PrimoHoagies.com. And remember what I just say, it's not just a hoagie, it's a Primo. Go Bart!
Hey, it's Jen Scordo. We all have our systems when we bet, from picking the perfect upset to combing through injury reports the night before the game. But there's one thing every bettor should include in their system: the responsible gaming tools available on FanDuel Sportsbook. These tools help keep your play in check and under control. Tools like time limits so you don't unknowingly spend more time on the app than you intended, wager limits to help prevent you from betting more than you should, and you can even take a timeout, which pauses your account for as long as you may need. FanDuel wants every bettor's experience to be about fun and entertainment. So visit FanDuel.com/playwell and make responsible gaming tools a part of your system.
21 plus and present in PA. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLE.
Well, folks, it's the new year, and that means it's time for all of us to take stock of our goals for 2023 and beyond. And this time next year, guess what? Well, you could be a graduate of CSB Media Arts Center and one step closer into your dream career in the broadcast media industry. Hey, it's Connor Thomas, and I'm a very proud CSB graduate, and CSB is molding a new generation of professionals that are shaping the future of the broadcast media industry. Do you want to do what I do? Well, you could be next. CSB offers hands-on, learn-by-doing training, podcasting, audio and video production, radio, television, sports, and more. And it's in months, not years. CSB's training, well, it gave me the skills that helped me land right here at the Fanatic, and they can do the absolute same for you. Listen, college isn't for everyone, and certainly neither is student loan debt. There's no lecture lecture halls here, just studios. So this year, make the New Year's resolution that I did back in 2019. Invest in yourself and your future. It was the best decision I ever made. Schedule your tour at GoCSB.com, CSB Media Arts Center in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. CSB Media Arts Center is approved for veterans training. GoCSB.com.
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp now for free information on how to get started today. InventHelp provides invention services that help everyday inventors get started with their idea. We have representatives nationwide who will explain the InventHelp process step by step. Over 10,000 patents have been secured through InventHelp's patent referral services. Our services include professional materials needed to showcase your invention, and 3D animation and prototype modeling that help you demonstrate your idea. Get down to the details of your idea with a technical drawing. The InventHelp Data Bank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to review new ideas. We've been helping inventors since 1984. Let's help you next. Take advantage of the opportunity to get started today.
Call 1-800-217-4380. That's 1-800-217-4380. Again, 1-800-217-4380.
Hey guys, this is Keenan Thompson. I have a problem with you. Yes, you. None of y'all told me that Auto Trader has millions of new and used cars that I can shop from home. I thought we were friends. I put smiles on your face, but I'm not smiling. No one told me that with Auto Trader, a dealer can deliver cars to my home or that I could shop by price on Auto Trader. No one. Consider this friendship that you just learned we had officially over. Finally, it's easy. Auto Trader.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering professional-grade industrial supplies, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to answer your toughest questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Bergey's Cadillac of Plymouth Meeting is now open. Bergey's has been a trusted name to buy and service a car since 1924, and now they're excited to continue the tradition of service at the new Bergey's Cadillac of Plymouth Meeting on Ridge Pike, right off the Blue Route. Bergey's Cadillac has the area's best selection of new and used Cadillacs with a transparent, friendly, and convenient buying experience. Start your Bergey's experience at BergeysCadillac.com. Bergey's Cadillac, now open in Plymouth Meeting. Bergey's, driven to serve.
Hockey's even more exciting with the BetRivers Sportsbook app. Score big with same-game parlays where you can combine different bets from the same game, like the money line, check, puck line, check, and player props, check. Plus, with award-winning customer service, you'll never miss a shift. Download the BetRivers Sportsbook app on iOS and Android. It's a whole new game.
Must be 21 plus. Available in Pennsylvania only. Void where prohibited. Terms and conditions apply. Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Eagles are back in the big game, and here's your chance to have the official Super Bowl program delivered direct to your home. Perfect for your Super Bowl party and must-have for Eagles fans and collectors. It's jam-packed with analysis, history, and full-length feature stories. Order yours now at superbowlprogram.us. That's superbowlprogram.us.
Hey, yo, Philly! Time to take down Big Red in the big game in Arizona. Love you, Andy, but there's only enough room for one top dog. If you want top dollar on your accident case, go with the winning team at Top Dog Law. That's topdoglaw.com.
Yo, it's Cuz. Don't give up on that New Year's resolution. You don't have to. You can lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40 plus pounds in only 40 days with NJ Diet. That's guaranteed weight loss. NJ Diet has a scientific approach, uses your hair, saliva, blood work to personalize solutions and supplements that will help you reset your metabolism, where the side effect is, drum roll, weight loss. Then NJ Diet uses DNA testing to help you keep the weight off. There are no shots, no hormones, no surgery, no prepackaged foods. Ew. Full supervision every step of the way to make sure you're burning fat and not just losing water. Plus, you'll get the doctor's personal email and phone number, locations close by King of Prussia, Cherry Hill, Princeton, or from your home with live online video consultations. Contractually guaranteed weight loss of 20 to 40 plus pounds. Call 855-5NJ-DIET, 855-5NJ-DIET, or schedule your consult by going to NJDiet.com. That's NJDiet.com and lose the weight for good.
The road to victory is presented by Pets Plus Natural.
The road to victory for the Birds is a familiar one. While Kansas City is returning to the big game after a one-year absence, the Birds are playing in their first since beating New England in 2017. This year's game will feature the youngest combined age between starting quarterbacks in history. Both signal callers are dealing with injuries and will benefit from the 2-week layoff before the final game.
The road to victory is presented by Pets Plus Natural, celebrating 35 years as Philly's favorite family-owned pet store. WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Official home of the Sixers, Flyers, and the best Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic.
Final hour. We begin now. I'm Andrew Saltrunas alongside Jamie Lynch. Just saw something crazy on the Twitter sphere. So Jim Wyatt, who covers the Titans, he's at Radio Row. I don't understand why.
I know. Just to get gas, I think, is the main reason.
Is your team in the Super Bowl?
No, they're
not. Are you a man of heights? Are you afraid of heights?
Well, I've, the Sydney Harbor Bridge. I've climbed to the top of that.
Oh.
So I would say no, but the older I get, the more it bugs me out a little bit.
Now, what kind of restraints did you have?
You're harnessed into something that you basically just change spots and it links up. But I don't know if you fell, I guess it would hold you up, but it would be extremely uncomfortable.
Well, why don't you come over here real quick?
All right.
And look at what this nitwit is doing for clout. This guy is scaling a skyscraper in Phoenix right now. No restraint. It's just some guy. Wait, come here. Wait till they zoom out. Watch this video. Look at how high up this guy is. I mean, that is splat if you go down.
He's got to be a professional free climber.
I would imagine.
Or whatever, right? I mean, that's a good 20-plus stories up.
Jim Wyatt did not mention if he made it or not. I would imagine he did.
What's the upside here?
Wow.
I mean, you just get a little internet famous for 5 minutes.
Oh, we have an update.
The downside is you die.
He made it to the top. And, oh, my God, dude.
Probably get arrested, right?
It widened at the top. He's like basically full-on split. Look at that. And there were people up there to help him out. So check out
that's wild.
Jim Wyatt on Twitter. Like I don't like heights. So me watching that gives me the heebie-jeebies.
As I get older, my fear grows a little bit, but I didn't used to be afraid of them at all. Like I've bungee jumped. I climbed the Sydney Harbor Bridge. I did a rappel in Alaska off of
that's awesome.
That was pretty cool. Off of a little mini cliff, not like.
But like you said, you're strapped into something. Yes, it could go wrong.
Yeah, sure.
But that guy's just scaling a skyscraper.
No, that's absolutely insane. No, that guy's a lunatic.
Here's another tweet.
Arrested?
This from Ed Kratz, who covers the Eagles for SI.com. He said that was police waiting at the time.
I was going to say, you usually get a pretty hefty fine.
And there was definitely a crowd of people at the bottom watching it happen. It'll probably be on some dude's YouTube channel that will get millions of views. Check out the time I scaled the side of this video, this building. I'm not messing around with that.
You think he's an Eagles fan or a Chiefs fan or just an opportunist?
Opportunist.
He's not like he doesn't have Go Birds spray painted up and down his spine or something. Or
when the guy got arrested and they said, "You have anything to say?" And he said,
"Go Birds." I think that was Shamokin, PA.
That's all.
Which was famous for a news clip that went viral about Shamokin. We have a blind listener / caller in Shamokin. When they took away the Dunkin' Donuts, do you remember this clip? And all the townspeople were like,
I do remember.
Because they were just like, the Dunkin' Donuts was like our cultural center of Shamokin.
Yeah. Amazing. The number to climb in, 610-632-0975. Just to kind of recap what we've talked about today, and we'll get back to the phones in a second. I see Mark and Josh. We open up the show with how 2017 has mainly helped. There's no hurt, but helped your confidence level going into the Super Bowl.
Not hurt.
And I wanted to know how
couldn't help myself.
How it helped you, because for me, it's helping me more so because this team is better than the 2017 team, even though Fletcher Cox said the opposite. And I should probably agree with the guy who played.
Did you know? Now, Bob Cooney had an interesting angle on that.
Mm-hmm.
He thought Fletcher used that as an opportunity.
As motivation.
Kind of, for the younger guys to say, oh, yeah, you guys think, no, that team actually did it. We haven't done anything yet.
Well, let's hope so.
I didn't think about that
Whatever
angle.
works possible.
Yeah.
Right? Whatever works.
Because this team is better than that team.
It is better. And that's why I feel more confident going into the Super Bowl. And I get it. Matchup's different, even though, look, Mahomes and Reed is pretty close to Brady and Belichick. So it's still a titan of a team that you're facing, a team that's been around the Super Bowl last couple of years. So for me, the 2017 Super Bowl helps me because this team is better than that team. But I also know it helps a lot of people out because it kind of took that monkey off everybody's back. It's making you a little bit more relaxed all of last week and all of this week. So we talked about that. And also, where does this Super Bowl rank in terms of like a level of, I guess, specialty, or how special it is compared to the last one? Because everybody knows that the first one is always the most special. But I think this could be the beginning of a D word. And if you win this one, I'll start saying the word out fully. And it's more than a 4-letter word, just to be clear.
What kind of D are we talking about here, Andrew?
So I think this one is, definitely not as special as 2017, but pretty freaking damn close to because of what could happen as the years go on. 610-632-0975. Let's go to Mark in Belmar. Mark, you're on the Fanatic.
Boys, how we doing?
What's up, Mark?
Love the deal you guys got today.
Thanks, buddy.
Of course. So that's why I was calling, Andrew. I mean, it's kind of crazy to even really think like that because we're Philadelphia fans and we have nothing nice ever.
We're not allowed to think these nice thoughts.
It's crazy that we are 5 days away from like this. Even saying this out loud is just nuts. Our 2 Super Bowls will be taking down Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes.
Isn't that crazy?
Like,
and Belichick and Reed.
Yeah, 2 of the winningest coaches ever.
Nobody can ever say anything to us ever. They thought we were unsufferable before. We are we are on that verge. And I don't know if we can really handle a World Series loss and a Super Bowl loss in a 6-month span.
No.
But I mean, just to be in the position, I mean, obviously everyone, and including myself, had their doubts about Hurts. We were wrong.
Yeah.
So happy. We had never been so happy to be wrong in my life. And then also with Howie Roseman, to even get the collection of guys that he did, and he got ballers, man. Like we have and we missed Johnson in the draft when the Saints got him out of Florida. It's somewhat surreal, like how everything is just falling into place. And we are in a position with the 2 draft picks, thanks to Howie, and it's like, I'm not going to curse, but it's just
good save on your part.
We are really in a position to just not be the Patriots or Cowboys of that era, but we really are. And honestly, we got a little bit lucky the past couple of games, and not really lucky, but the offense has played terrible.
Yes.
And not only Jalen missing throws and whatnot, and the play calling being a little bit because I went to both playoff games, and realistically, when we didn't score points off that first turnover, I'm like,
I know.
God, we're already getting out coached.
I thought last week was one of Jalen Hurts' worst games of the year in terms of throwing the football.
I couldn't agree more, man. And realistically, I don't know if the defense has to save him again or he's just saving it up to be in the position he's in on the biggest platform of any stages. But we are really in the position where this defense can really win us the game. We just have to really get after Mahomes, man. And obviously the high ankle sprain, obviously going to feel a lot better with 2 weeks off. But if we could just get to Mahomes, just like the Bucs did, that's how the Bucs beat them. They had the offensive lineman go down, and the Bucs just really beat up Mahomes in the Super Bowl. It's really going to be the game plan here. Obviously, you expect Reed to somewhat out-coach Sirianni, but if our defense steps up and our offense just contributes a little bit, Jalen and AJ connect once, or Jalen and Quez connect once on a 60-yard deep route, it's just a whole change in momentum dynamic of the game, and I'm sure it's midnight green in Arizona.
Damn right, Mark. We appreciate the call, man. I mean, look, it is great right now, and it is almost scary to say that, that it could be a D word, and that not just for the Eagles, but for the city of Philadelphia with all the championship appearances. And hopefully we get a title this weekend. And hopefully that's the beginning of multiple titles from Philadelphia. But he's right, man. I mean, so many people have either proven us wrong, like Jalen Hurts, Howie Roseman, not you and I, but Nick Sirianni proved a lot of people wrong.
Jalen Hurts shoved my face right in the doo-doo.
No, but Sirianni, he shoved me right in the dirt too. But like Nick Sirianni, you and I were.
I thought the press conference reactions were comical for people.
Yes, ridiculous.
Like, okay, yeah, that doesn't have anything to do with how he actually is as a coach.
Right. My biggest fear was, is he a puppet to the organization? That was my biggest fear when they hired him.
That was fair, I think, at the time. And, a lot of questions have been answered recently about not only him, but Jalen Hurts. A lot of people are shoving people's faces in it. It's great. And I think it's part of what motivates this team. Like, they can deny that all they want. But the underdog thing was real in 2017, and I do think there's a little bit of, okay, keep sleeping on us.
Yeah.
Maybe not disrespect as they view it, but yeah, keep, look, they're a favorite in the game. So it's not like they're an underdog. So they're getting their proper respect on the game line, but I still think there's narratives out there, and Brandon Ayuk said something again today.
Yeah,
that I'm putting all my money on the Chiefs.
If I could bet, which you can't, I would put all my money on the Chiefs.
And it's just like the Eagles hear that and they go, okay,
you know what?
Keep sleeping on us.
I hope he has a guy that could put all of maybe Brandon Ayuk's money on the Chiefs.
Do it. And
under
then
his
the Eagles
name.
can bankrupt them.
Yeah, that would be freaking
By the
awesome.
way, I forgot that Dougie P and the Jags kind of just stole Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
You forget, like, they had a great year, and now they're adding Calvin Ridley to the mix next year.
But we had a caller the other day make a great point. The Eagles not getting Calvin Ridley
got us A.J. Brown.
Absolutely. And I hadn't thought of that.
Oh, no, they were all in on Calvin Ridley.
I know, but like I hadn't thought about
And then they shifted.
The aftermath of not getting Calvin Ridley got you A.J. Brown, who, look, Calvin Ridley's still a hell of a ball player.
Oh, sure, but if you have Devontae Smith and Quez Watkins as your two receivers this year,
and AJ,
you're not a 14-3
oh my God,
team.
yeah, you're not in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so
it is really amazing.
Thank you, Calvin Ridley, for being a dumbass. Right? I mean, that's what it worked out to. Why didn't he have a cousin or somebody?
You're right. Let's go to Josh in Ben Salem. Josh, you're on the Fanatic.
Hey, fellas, how's it going?
Good, Josh. How are you?
Good. Let me just start off by saying this is actually my first time getting on the air with you guys, so it's good to talk
thanks
to you.
for calling, man. Good week for you to do it.
Yeah, definitely. So just going over the last couple of days and looking at the depth charts between the Chiefs and the Eagles, I think my main source of confidence going into this game is just the matchups between the two. And looking at the Chiefs roster from top to bottom and looking at the Eagles, there's not really one positional group that the Chiefs have that are significantly more dominant than we are. Now, of course, they have the better tight end, maybe the better quarterback and everything else, but I don't think they're dominant in any category that we should really be worried about heading into this game.
Yeah, you look at the edges, right? And which is what I did against the 49ers. Like, all right, where do you have the edge on paper? And on paper is only so much you can do. But you're right. If you look on paper in this one, no disrespect to Jalen Hurts, you still go Mahomes over Hurts. You go Travis Kelce over Dallas Goedert. Travis Kelce is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer probably. But then if you go position group, Eagles wide receivers better than their wide receivers, not even close. And if you want to go matchups, Eagles wide receivers greater than their corners. Eagles corners greater than the Chiefs wide receivers.
Exactly. And I think that's probably going to be the difference maker in this game is not only the secondary, but the defensive line. It's been said a ton before, but getting pressure to Mahomes. I think if we can do that enough,
it's the key to the game.
we have this game.
Yeah, I really think so.
Yep. But
let's test that ankle out, Josh. Let's see how good it really
make
feels.
him move around. Bring some pressure early.
Exactly.
All right, Josh. Thanks for the call. That was a great one. So keep on calling. We appreciate it.
Real quick, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney are doing a live Sports Center hit right now.
Okay.
And Mac is filming It's Always Sunny, which is still going. And they're in Patty's Pub. So the backdrop is
awesome.
Patty's Pub. And he's got his Eagles jacket up. But notice in Patty's Pub the green streamers that are wrapped around the lights. Do you think perhaps we're getting another It's Always Sunny Super Bowl episode?
Oh, they have to.
Right? Because they do a great job of staying current with the times.
The World Series, I remember. Remember the fake Fanatic that was in the parking lot?
The Fanatic. The Philly Fanatic. That's when Charlie's thinking about getting hit by the car so they get free entry in,
right?
Which doesn't make any sense.
Awesome.
But Patty's Pub is decked out in Eagles colors. I'm wondering if they're filming a Super Bowl episode.
It would have to be. I would think so.
And then maybe the outcome of the episode is dependent upon the results on Sunday.
Yeah, and they were good with that last time.
Yeah.
So that would be cool.
Did you see the tweet from him last week after the NFC Championship game?
I did not.
Wrexham had a big game the same day.
They won
had a
that, didn't they?
Tie. Tie.
The old soccer draw.
Yeah, they had the lead, too. Brutal ending for them. Sorry, I'm spoiling Welcome to Wrexham for those who only watch the streaming. But yeah, tie game in that one. He tweeted out, if you notice in one episode next season of Always Sunny, my voice is gone. It's because I had the back-to-back days because they filmed the next day after the NFC
that's
Championship
awesome.
game.
And they'll probably make a joke about that at some point.
I would think, yeah.
Maybe not the soccer portion of it.
I didn't realize that Mac grew up like 3 blocks from my old house.
Is that right?
Down in Pennsport. Because in the beginning of Welcome Wrexham, he takes his son to his Pennsport house where he grew up.
Is his mom still there? The one from the show?
No. They moved on. I think they've upgraded since. But it's right across from where I used to walk my dog. And I was like, I know that house. So I used to walk by Mac's house like daily.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys
cool.
are practically friends.
We're basically best friends.
Yeah,
so,
that's kinda cool.
Rob,
can
if
you get
wanna...
him on the show?
No.
I've tried multiple times. Yeah, he's a white whale for me. All right.
We're not Preston and Steve. We can't get him.
Yeah, that's true. 610-632-0975 is the number to climb in. We got one segment left. I promise on the other side, because we're going to speak to Anthony for the final time today at 1:40, a little bit earlier than normal because of the hard out television. We were a little late. I don't want to have
You screwed that up yesterday, man. What the hell are you doing?
I don't want to have the wrath of NBC.
We have rules here
coming after me. But I have some quotes from a story from Jimmy Kempski in the Philly Voice of players speaking about Nick Sirianni, and it's all because of the aftermath of kind of the perception of Nick Sirianni that a lot of people don't like outside of Philadelphia. He's that typical person. If he wasn't the coach of my team, I'd probably hate him. But he is the coach of the Eagles, so I love him, just like Joel Embiid.
I would definitely hate him if he was like a Giants coach or a Cowboys coach.
I hated Joe Judge.
Yeah.
And he was Mr. Hardo. You know what I mean? But, like, look, Sirianni's our coach, so, oh, captain, my captain. I love this guy. So I'll read some of these great quotes from the story from Jimmy Kempski before we get to Anthony coming up at 1:40. He's Jamie Lynch and Andrew Salchunas. We're taking you till 2 right here on The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Another day closer to the Super Bowl. I'm Ray Dunn, and this update is brought to you by Primo Hoagies. Party with Primo this year because it's not just a game, it's the game. So don't settle for an average catering tray. Make it Primo. Order yours at PrimoHoagies.com. We're 5 days away from the Eagles and Chiefs facing off in Super Bowl 57. Yesterday, Jeffrey Lurie said that Jalen Hurts has, quote, nothing left to prove, end quote, in regards to earning a long-term contract to remain as the Eagles quarterback. This, of course, happened during Super Bowl's opening night, also known as the Media Day. Jeff McLean and Adam Kaplan both in Arizona for that. You can catch interviews with the Midday Show from both of them on 97.5 thefanatic.com. Elsewhere, the Flyers lost the game at home 2-1 to the Islanders last night in their first game back after the All-Star break. This update is also brought to you by Delaware Valley BMW Centers. Now through February 20th during the BMW President's Day sales event, lease a 2023 BMW 530iX drive sedan for $659 per month. Visit BMWcenters.com today. Keep it locked right here for all the latest news and information. I'm Ray Dunn for 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Anthony Gargano Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. Today's show is being presented by Primo Hoagies. It's not just a game, it's the game. Make it Primo. The Birds are heading to the big game. And the John Kincaid Show will be live from Glendale, Arizona starting this Wednesday, bringing you everything Birds as the journey toward another Lombardi Trophy continues. All of our big game coverage from Arizona is presented by Rally House. Get to Rally House to get all your Eagles gear for the big game. Rally House. It's your city. It's your house.
Also brought to you by Window Nation. For all your window needs, visit windownation.com. Proud to be endorsed by Jalen Hurts.
Hey, it's Cuz for my good friends at Primo Hoagies. There's only one hoagie I'm taking on the road with me to Phoenix. Primos! You know that because it isn't just an A game, it's the game. So make it Primo. No matter what you got planned for the big game, don't settle for an average catering tray. Make it Primo. There's no bigger crowd pleaser than Primo Hoagies, made with only the highest quality Thuman meats and cheeses, sliced fresh to order, served on Primo's award-winning seated roll, baked fresh every day. Throw the best party on the block with Primo Hoagies, and while you're at it, grab the sampler platter, the cookies, the chips, soda, everything you need for celebrating. With over 80 locations, there's a Primo near you. Order your party trays in advance and online at PrimoHoagies.com. And remember what I just say, it's not just a hoagie, it's a Primo. Go Birds!
Guys, this Valentine's Day, give her the next best thing to wearing nothing at all. With soft, silky, naturally nude pajamas. Available exclusively at Pajamagram. Sexy, sultry, naturally nude feels just like her soft skin. Even more alluring than lingerie, the texture and touch of these pajamas are so seductive that you'll both love the feel of them. Leave nothing to the imagination with naturally nude pajamas. Order today and Pajamagram will include a free matching naturally nude nightie. That's a $75 saving on a best-selling holiday gift. Go to Pajamagram.com right now. Best of all, Pajamagram does the wrapping for you with free gift packaging. But you need to order today because last year they sold out before Valentine's Day. Yes, ordering today gets you a free $75 nightie. Go to Pajamagram.com right now. That's Pajamagram.com to order naturally nude pajamas. Order now.
Hey, it's quarterback Jalen Hurts and Window Nation's Harley. Hey, Harley, you know what really hurts?
What's that, Jalen?
Aside from getting sacked by a 300-pound lineman, it's paying too much for new windows. That's why you should call my team, Window Nation.
Get 2 free windows for every 2 windows you buy, plus no payments until 2025. That could save you thousands of dollars.
You know what else hurts? High energy bills.
That's why Window Nation windows are energy efficient, installed precisely and tightly to keep the cold weather out and keep warm and comfortable inside. With our expert consultants, you'll make the perfect call for your home.
And do you know what really hurts? Running out of time when you could have scored.
Well, buy 2 windows, get 2 free with no payments until 2025. Is for a limited time only.
So call my friends at Window Nation today at 866-90-NATION or visit online at windownation.com. Just ask for the Jalen Hurts special at 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com.
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp now for free information on how to get started today. InventHelp provides invention services that help everyday inventors get started with their idea. We have representatives nationwide who will explain the InventHelp process step by step. Over 10,000 patents have been secured through InventHelp's patent referral services. Our services include professional materials needed to showcase your invention, and 3D animation and prototype modeling that help you demonstrate your idea. Get down to the details of your idea with a technical drawing. The InventHelp Data Bank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to review new ideas. We've been helping inventors since 1984. Let's help you next. Take advantage of the opportunity to get started today.
Call 1-800-217-4380. That's 1-800-217-4380. Again, 1-800-217-4380.
Hey guys, Bob Cooney here. And the only app you need at your Super Bowl party is FanDuel, in partnership with Valley Forge, America's #1 sportsbook. Download FanDuel now and use promo code BOB so you can bet Super Bowl 57 with a no-sweat first bet. You'll get up to $3,000 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. FanDuel lets you bet on everything from the money line to point spreads, and you know what the Super Bowl's like. There are so many different fun things to bet on, all on a top-rated sportsbook app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. Best of all, you can get paid your winnings instantly. Join FanDuel today with promo code BOB to claim your no-sweat first bet on Super Bowl 57. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
21 plus and present in PA. First online real money wager only. $10 deposit required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's John Kincaid. If you're a business owner with 5 or more employees, listen up. Have you had supply chain problems, struggled getting staff, or are still reeling from the COVID lockdowns? Uncle Sam wants to pay you back because you kept your employees by giving you a payroll tax refund. You can get up to $26,000 per employee, but do it now. Go to PhillyRefunds.com, fill out your contact information, or just give them a call, and they'll walk you through every step of the process. It's real, but time's running out. Go to PhillyRefunds.com. That's PhillyRefunds.com.
Eagle Shows presents the Oaks Gun Show this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center in Oaks. Don't miss one of the region's largest gun shows with over 1,500 tables. Buy, sell, or trade. From guns, rifles, pistols, and ammo to military surplus, uniforms, medals, and more. The Oaks Gun Show this weekend only at the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center in Oaks. Minutes off Route 422 in Oaks, PA. Friday, 1 1 to 7, Saturday 9 to 5, and Sunday 9 to 4. Tickets are just $15 a day. Or get a 3-day pass for $40. Get yours at the door or visit eagleshows.com.
Wendy's home-style French toast sticks are so delicious, some are saying that they're better than their mom's breakfast.
Excuse me. Did you just say Wendy's French toast sticks are better than my breakfast?
Mom, is that you?
Answer the question.
I said some people are saying that because they're so crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside and perfect in every way.
Uh-huh. And what do you think?
I think it's time to tell people to choose wisely. Choose Wendy's sweet and crispy home-style French toast sticks.
That's still not an answer.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Hey, it's cause, everybody likes free food. Heck, here at the Fanatic, man. We get food from our partners all the time, and we all love it. The vultures come out. But what if I told you there's a way to get free food for your dog or your cat? Pets Plus Natural is the home of free pet food with paw points. That's right. With paw points, you earn free food and cash back on every purchase. That's why for over 35 years, Pets Plus is Philly's favorite family-owned pet store. I love these guys. Pets Plus Natural. You can use your paw points for free pet food and cash back on every purchase. And Pets Plus Natural has made it their mission to save as many cats and dogs as possible. That's why every animal available at Pets Plus is not a dog or cat that you buy. It's a dog or cat that you adopt instead. These animals are cared for by veterinarians, given proper nutrition, and of course, lots of love. They're in tip-top shape to join your family. Pets Plus Natural has been locally owned and operated for over 35 years. Locations all over the area. There's bound to be a Pets Plus Natural near you. Featuring free delivery in some areas, visit petsplusnatural.com.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, Audacy. Check it out now. The Birds are in the big game, and 97.5 The Fanatic will take you inside the sights and sounds of Arizona all week. Listen this week for exclusive reports from inside the Birds host Adam Kaplan and Jeff Mosher. Presented by PhillyRefunds.com. Business owners, claim your payroll tax refunds up to $26,000 per employee. Go to PhillyRefunds.com and 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. More of the Anthony Gargano Show now
on 97.5 The Fanatic.
1:30, 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm Andrew Salchunas alongside my man Jamie Lynch. Anthony coming up at 1:40.
Steel drums make me think beach, and we're in February. I'm very thankful for the Eagles being in the Super Bowl, that it distracts us from the worst calendar month of the year.
Yes.
February sucks. Even does. March, it toys with being cool.
I will say.
But it can suck.
I will say.
But we're almost done with this god-awful season.
I will say, dude, I mean, look, not that this is a good thing, because that means we got bigger problems with this earth, because some things are real, even though people like to ignore it. Yesterday was 50 degrees. I took Coop for a walk.
Oh, yeah. I was outside. Skylar got a little fake Denali for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
So we were out cruising.
Tomorrow, high of 52. Thursday and Friday, 58.
I'm trying to golf on Friday.
It'll be a good day for high of 58.
Yeah.
And then next week is mid-50s, too. A couple of days of rain.
We kind of skipped winter this year.
Yeah, we did.
It's concerning.
Last weekend sucked. It was
cold for 2 days.
Degrees. No, it is concerning. That's why I say we shouldn't really celebrate this.
That's why the Eagles need to get this done, because the Earth might not be here in like 10 more years.
Yeah, thank God they already got the one.
Yeah, they got the one. Hopefully you get two. We go out on top, and,
things could be worse.
Things could be a lot worse.
You could be going to Costa Rica for the Super Bowl.
That's true.
And that could be let's say they didn't win the last one. You're going to Costa Rica. They could potentially win the first.
Yeah. That'd be rough.
That guy's got it rough. All right, so this story.
But then again, you're in Costa Rica.
That's nice, but, you want to see
things are cheap down there, Andrew.
Are they?
Yeah, beers are like 50 cents.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The Philly voice, Jimmy Kamsky, he spoke with a lot of players and asked them about Nick Sirianni, because Nick Sirianni's been getting a lot of crap recently from non-Philadelphia fans and non-Eagle players, right? You had the Julian Love comments the other day.
Yeah.
Members of the media are annoyed that he's too fiery on the sideline, and they don't like that he looks in the camera and blah, 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 blah.
I mean, he's cocky.
He is cocky,
but he's ours, and I like it.
Probably hate him if he wasn't the Eagles
No doubt
head
about
coach.
it.
But here's some quotes from members of the Eagles. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, we'll start with his. Me and Coach are straight. That's my boy. I regard him as like brother/mentor with all the lessons he teaches you and bleep. On Julian Love's comments, Gardner Johnson had this to say. Tell him to pick his face mask off the dirt. He's got a captain badge, but what is he a captain of? Ain't no leadership over there. If that's the case, y'all will be where we're at.
Ooh,
I love that.
That's great stuff. I think CJ Gardner Johnson is a lock to get extended here.
Yes. I mean, it's really down to him and Bradbury. Unless he can finagle both, we'll see.
But he's only 25. He's another one of those young pieces you kind of pencil in.
See what Sean Payton said?
No.
Sean Payton was speaking. I don't know if he's in Arizona. I guess that he is. Owners are probably out there and stuff. And he was asked about the Chauncey Gardner-Johnson trade. And he was like, I don't know why the Saints did that.
What were they thinking?
He said, I don't know why they did that. He liked him as a player. Obviously, he was coach for a little bit, but
probably had a hand in drafting him.
And he was like, I don't know. I don't understand that one.
I don't know. Why did the Saints trade with Howie Roseman?
Yeah, and they have a first-round pick.
We have the number 10 pick in the draft, and they're in the Super Bowl.
Brandon Graham on Coach Sirianni. Quote, people always got something to say when they're watching from home. I just know that Coach Sirianni, what he did last year with a team that nobody thought was going to do much, he ended up getting us to the playoffs. And then the second year, you're supposed to get better, bring players in and get them to do what you need them to do. And we did that. So
I thought he should have been Coach of the Year last year. And on the inverse of that, I would have given it to Dayball this year. Because preseason expectation goes into the formula of Coach of the Year. Like, I think Sirianni, they said outperformed. It wasn't the win total 6.5 last year?
Yes.
So he outperformed. They were what, 9-7?
9. They won 9 games.
So they outperformed it by 3 games. This year they outperformed it by 5 games.
Yeah, it was what, 9?
Dayball, you can make the same case. Like they outperformed their season total by like 4 or 5 games. It's like you're probably deserving. If preseason everybody came together and goes, the Eagles aren't a playoff team. The Giants aren't a playoff team. And then a new coach comes in, changes the culture, and gets them to the playoffs. I think that kind of outweighs like
but can I give you a hot
Kyle
take?
Shanahan who had a
can I give you a hot take?
All right.
Maybe the best team should have more award winners.
Whoa.
Mind blowing.
Like Hassan Reddick should have been a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year. Is that what you're saying?
And maybe
Brandon Graham, the comeback player
of the year.
Yeah.
Nick Sirianni,
Coach of the Year. Jalen Hurts MVP.
Yeah, he's at least a finalist.
Yeah, he made the finals.
But he's not going to win because he missed 2 games in stats.
And they lost those 2 games, thus solidifying his case as MVP.
So maybe mind-blowing.
That's crazy, man.
Hot take here. The best team should probably have more award winners on it, but that's just me. Landon Dickerson on Nick Sirianni. Quote, he's passionate for his job and his team. He cares about something and he's passionate about it, and that's how he expresses it. He was then asked on whether he would be annoyed if an opposing coach had similar sideline behavior, to which Dickerson said, I'm not really paying attention to the coach on the other side. So I wonder how many people actually notice Sirianni on the other sidelines.
I'm sure it's more the online thing. Like Julian Love probably didn't notice Sirianni's like head peacock into the camera, but then he got on Twitter or Instagram and
saw it,
he
and
sees it repurposed and he goes, "Oh, really? That's what he was doing? Okay, you son of a," you know. So it's probably that.
Now, last one. This one's the best one from Jordan Mailata, who you love more and more. I listened to some of his this morning. I didn't watch the media day
Did you catch
yesterday.
his quote about Kelsey?
Yes.
And Kelsey has his wallpaper on his phone.
Yeah.
Mailata's the best.
Mailata is the best. And of course, you got a lot of questions about Australia and all that kind of stuff yesterday, which is really cool.
Aussies.
So he said this quote, and I'm not going to try the accent like I did Jarrah earlier. Coach is young too, man. He wears his heart on his sleeve. The head coach comes with some expectations and some responsibilities, but this is the way he coaches, and we're here for a reason. We know Coach. He's not faking anything. He's like that bleeping. He's like that in bleeping walkthroughs. He's always animated. You should see him when we're not executing. He was asked about worrying about an opposing coach, to which he said, that coach ain't helping me block bleeping Nick Bosa. That wouldn't affect me. If we were on the other team and we saw Nick like that, what's that going to do? We're going to go out and execute our jobs. It's just me. I wouldn't give 2 damns. Finally, personally, I'd probably use that as fuel. I'll give you something to rah-rah about, but I wouldn't get annoyed and go on TV and talk S about another coach. At that point, that's just petty.
Yeah,
That's a great answer.
He's not wrong.
By Jordan Mailata.
I mean, that's pretty embarrassing by Julian Love.
It is embarrassing.
Like, come on, dude.
To say that anybody could have been the coach or whatever.
Come on. Just stop. You're embarrassing yourself. I know you're on NFL Network, and this is a big opportunity, and you want to show off for Peter Schrager and Kyle Brandt. And Jamie Erdahl. Yeah, there you go. But come on, man. You're embarrassing yourself.
Yeah, it is. I mean, a lot of these players are just looking like fools. Brian
and Ayuk. I hope
the anonymous player from the Niners who said that it got rigged.
It was a league fix job because they didn't want Brock Purdy in the Super Bowl hurt.
A lot of baby.
Yeah, okay. That's exactly what it was.
All right, real quick.
Did you see Kelsey make the script comment about 2012 last night?
Yeah. Before we get to Anthony, I gotta let this. I haven't heard from him yet this week.
Is this the guy that puts himself in the dog? In the dog cage.
Yeah. Uncle Frank. What's up, Uncle Frank?
I can be done in 2 minutes. No problem. Just let me go.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Happy. Andrew, would you like to finish my salutation?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Tuesday, squad. See? These do get degrees.
You know what? I want to do this real quick, Uncle Frank. I'm just going to stay right there. Anthony, say hi to Uncle Frank.
Uncle Frank! Uncle Frank! Yo, my man. What's up, my brother from another mother? And Casey, what's going on? Uncle Frank! It's all good, buddy. What do you...
How do you feel? You feel good about the game or what?
Actually, I really do. Because I really like this team. I told you guys last week, I really like this team. You look at Reed, Spags, and Mahomes, but, man, Mahomes can't be 100%. Right? But I do. I have, yes, more so than 17.
All right. Well, that's good, Uncle Frank. We got to take care of some business. Great talking to you, all right?
Oh, you bet. Say hi to Jamie. All right.
See you later, Uncle Frank. So you thought you'd get a week without Uncle Frank, Ant. And here you are.
We bring a week. You gotta have Uncle Frank.
We bring Uncle Frank to you.
Yeah, he makes me happy when I bust his balls, but he's a good sport and
he's got a funny voice.
He's a good man. I love Uncle Frank. By the way, our final check-in for the day is brought to us by PhillyGoat.com, where your Philly pride. Also, Jamie.
The lovely people over at Bet Parks Casino and Sportsbook. Odds, slots, bets, and games right in your pocket. Download it now at betparks.com.
So what's going on now? Where are we at 1:40 in the afternoon?
Kansas City, 36 miles.
Oh, okay. So you'll be there probably when you check in with the afternoon show, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are about, we'll do our good deeds and everything else, and spread brotherly love in Kansas City. But I got props. I want to go over props with you guys.
Okay,
right?
Please.
All right. Jalen Hurts passing yards, 237 and a half. Bro?
Oh, that's a good number, 237 and a half. I would go... The chic pick is people picking the under. So when I'm looking at player props, I try to figure out what type of game is it going to be. Is it an over or an under?
Right.
I'm going. My gut says over now because so many people are on the under. So that means I'll go over on Hurts.
You know what's funny? I go over too, even though I think they control the clock. But controlling the clock doesn't just mean handing it off to Miles Sanders. They could do a couple of short passes and get some yards that way. If he averages 8 yards per reception or per passing completion, I like the over as well.
Okay, so you're going over. All right, Julius, how about Jalen's rushing yards, 50 and a half?
Over. Balls to the wall. It's a Super Bowl. He's going to do it.
Do you know who holds the Super Bowl record for rushing yards by a quarterback?
Who's that?
Steve McNair.
Wow.
I believe he had.
Okay.
I think he had 68 yards. I want to say is the record by a quarterback. So Jalen could do it.
I go over. I think he's going to,
I go over too.
Team on his back.
I think he's going to put it all on the line.
All right. How about Mahomes passing yards, which is 295 and a half?
Wow. Jesus. Over. Slightly.
Oh. Good.
And this is not a shot at Gannon or anything. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean, you figure Kelsey's probably good for $1.15.
Yeah, right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not dumb enough to bet an under on Mahomes.
Okay. All right. How about this one? Most rushing yards in the game. Miles Sanders plus 125 the favorite. Hurts plus 2.25. Pacheco plus 250. McKinnon plus 1,000. Gainwell plus 1,200.
I know you got your eyes on Gainwell.
I'm tempted by the Jalen Hurts plus 225.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah, that's the best one.
Yeah, that's decent value for him.
Yeah, I think so too. So you both go Jalen?
Yeah, I think Jalen wins. If they win, he's winning Super Bowl MVP.
A.J. Brown, 72.5 yards receiving. Now, Casey Boy likes the over, right, KK?
I do. He's got to bust out. He's been quiet the last few games.
He has been quiet.
He's going to ball out in the Super Bowl.
I do too. I think I could see a 40-yard touchdown or something, 40-plus yard completion, and now you're just 30 shy. I could see an over for A.J. Brown.
All right. Bro, you go over too?
Yeah, I kind of buy that he's due. It's been 2 quiet games. I don't think he has 3 in a row.
Can both A.J. Brown and Devontae go over? Devontae, 65.5.
Well, your boy Spags likes to go a lot of one-on-one man coverage in a lot of their schemes. So A.J. and Devontae are going to have a chance at some plays.
They got it, too.
Yeah, that's the question is where does it go?
Because I know you're all Goddarded up, and I agree with you there. So maybe I go under Devontae, but I'm not going to bet under Devontae, so it's a stay away.
But Devontae's been having the hotter hand recently than AJ.
That's true.
That's a tough one because not all 3 of them are going to hit their overs, obviously.
Well, how do you know that? What's Goddard's over?
50.5.
All right, so you got 50.5 plus 65. That's 115 plus A.J. Brown 70. So that's 185, and you've got Jalen Hurts throwing over 237.
Yeah, maybe they could all hit their overs.
Casey Boy going. He's racking the Boston.
He's doing that. That's a parlay right there. The overs for Devontae, AJ, and Dallas Goedert.
Wow, Travis Kelce, 81.5.
Over.
Yep. It's going to be like Gronk. That's the guy you just have to worry about the entire time.
But I think they can survive a Travis Kelce game.
I agree.
Like Travis can kill you. He kills everybody. But their wide receivers are beat up. So if he gets his, okay, I still think the Eagles can win.
How about this one? How many Eagles players will score points over under 33.5?
Over. Because the sneaky one's going to be
Kicker.
Jake Elliott.
Kicker's 1.
Jalen will probably score. And then as long as somebody doesn't double up on you.
Well, that's the thing. Could you have 2 Jalen touchdowns is something to
you could, and that's why the number is what it is.
Of.
Yeah.
They're pretty good with spreading the wealth.
They are, yeah.
I like the over, too. They're spreading the
over,
wealth.
yeah.
Now, the question is, well, because the kicker is huge, because do you think the Eagles are scoring 4 touchdowns? I don't know if they are.
But an extra point counts, right? It just said score
points.
Oh,
does it count? Extra point?
Yeah, that's point. Yeah.
Oh, then yeah. All right. Over.
All right, here you go.
All right, so let's take one of those and throw them in our parlay. Which one do we feel best about?
All of them. We need 16 legs. We said that, and we missed them today. So 16 legs.
So all of them.
What do you guys think of this one? The longest touchdown in a game, 39.5.
Over. A.J. Brown, 40 plus. I just said it. Over.
Oh, you said that. Okay. Because Eagles are normally they score inside. Like, they're usually lower yardage.
Yeah, but you know what? Spags and the Chiefs know that. So you surprise them with a shot.
I like it. All right. Will there be a scoreless quarter? Plus 350 for yes.
John Kincaid has a theory about unders in the first quarter. I think if it happens in the first quarter.
I don't think it does, because if
I don't see how both these offenses get stopped.
Especially because the Chiefs can get down quick. So if the Chiefs get the ball first, they could score in 4 minutes. If the Eagles get the ball first, they could score in 8 minutes.
Right.
So
I got one we got to put in our parlay.
All right.
Total sacks by Eagles, 2.5. They're going to get more than 2.5 sacks.
I think so.
Yeah, especially at the end when the Chiefs are trying, or they're playing from behind, and they're desperate. I'm with you.
That's a lock.
That's a Bell's piece right there, man.
Yeah. I mean, Mahomes, the ankle, he's a hero. He plays hero ball. He'll get sacked 3 times.
I think that's true. I like that one.
I like that lock. I got a little news on the Big Child.
Yeah, they shut down their party.
I saw that, yeah.
Oh, you know about this now. You know about the Big Child and shut down the party.
They oversold.
We're talking about it. What's that?
They oversold their tickets. They didn't track it well enough.
Listen, I think I don't know. The streets are saying that
they were more concerned about the reaction.
Yeah, just shut it down. Don't even worry about it because of the extraordinary circumstances.
Probably a smart move on their part.
I
would
agree.
think so. Yeah, probably smart.
I thought so too. Grandpa's been around forever, and they've been a G Sport forever.
Yeah, they're not closing down.
Right, daytime for this one day. So I think it's a wise move.
All right.
The streets spoke.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with the streets. You don't want to do that. No. You guys don't want to mess with the streets in Missouri because we need you back at some point.
Exactly.
All right. Well, we got 10 seconds till the best show ever, so I got to get out of here.
All right.
But I can't wait to talk to you. Oh, you're the best. I mean, we'll talk to you. I'll text you, and then we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Yes. Sounds good, my brother.
All right, there they are.
All right, boys.
See you guys.
Later.
Cousin Casey's Big Game Adventure. By the way, today's show presented by Primo Hoagies. It's not just a game. It's the game. Make it a Primo. Everybody have a great rest of your day. Best show ever coming your way next. Late. What are you going to do? He's Jamie Lynch. I'm Andrew Saltunis. We'll be back tomorrow right here in The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Another day closer to the Super Bowl. I'm Ray Dunn, and this update is brought to you by Primo Hoagies. Party with Primo this year because it's not just a game, it's the game. So don't settle for an average catering tray. Make it Primo. Order yours at primohoagies.com. We're 5 days away from the Eagles and Chiefs facing off in Super Bowl 57. Yesterday, Jeffrey Lurie said that Jalen Hurts has, quote, nothing left to prove, end quote, in regards to returning to the Eagles with a long-term contract to remain the quarterback during the Super Bowl's media day. Jeff McLean and Adam Kaplan both have joined the show, and you catch those interviews at 97.5 The